This is Falls Cable Access, Channel 14, Wide Village of Sports. I'd like to welcome everyone to today's Falls Cable Access, Channel 14 broadcast. Your home for Menomonee Falls concerts, parades, pageants, and public service programs. In addition, they also televise a variety of Menomonee Falls sporting events, high school sporting events. But today, here on the banks of the Menomonee River at Trinary Park, we've got the Menomonee Falls Lakers today, playing the Pewaukee Muskies. This is Jerry Misslang, along with my broadcast partner, Luke Langer. Luke, it's good to be back.
It's hot, but it's a great day for baseball here at Trinary, Jerry.
I know it's I think the humidity and the temperature are the same, but they were nice enough to give us a tent here. We'll probably have a lot of friends today coming in and visiting to get out of the sun. But should be a good game. Lakers coming off a victory yesterday, correct?
Yeah, Lakers coming in 3-5, 5 games back of the first place Brookfield Bulldogs right now. Brookfield has a half-game lead over the Sussex Cardinals.
Oh, wonderful. All right, going to get right to the ball game here. And leading off is the center fielder, Clayton Schmidt for the Pewaukee Muskies. On the mound from Menomonee Falls is Jack Pernovac, graduated last year, I believe.
Yep, class of 19.
Class of 2019. Jack Pernovac. I believe he plays at lacrosse, doesn't he? Or he does play some college ball like you. All right, first pitch right down the middle. We are working today without a monitor, so we'll be covering events all over the field here. But keep you up to date in balls and strikes. And there's a ball hit hard to center field. Now, snagged out there.
Joel Zachowski.
Joel Zachowski, longtime center fielder for the Menomonee Falls Indians.
Harmeyer, H-E-R. Yep. Second baseman, Sam Harmeyer.
Jerry, the first thing I noticed is that the new dugouts kind of block our view from the scoreboard, so we may have to pay attention today.
Yeah, I know. I've had that happen when I did some boys games last year. I had Kyle here to help me out.
Oh, he's always a help.
It was 50-50. 50% he was right. But then we got a swing and a miss. That's 0-1, 1 out, bottom of the first. We had a discussion at breakfast Friday. Some folks thought they played 7 innings. We said, no, it's baseball. They play 9 innings. So we'll be here for the duration. Provided the weather holds out. Supposedly there's some storms in the forecast, but if he keeps throwing strikes like this, we're going to move along.
Jerry, it's a young Pewaukee team. They're kind of rebuilding after, I think, three straight championships in the Land O'Lakes League. So a little bit younger team, rebuilding mode for them.
Except for Zimmerman, who's old.
Another ball hit deep to right field. He's chasing back there. Over his head. Heading to second base. He's going to hold up at second.
Aaron Simmons got to it quickly, got it back in.
Yeah, he had quite a run out there.
Yep.
Chases it down. So we got there the catcher, number 24 for the Muskies, Tom Zimmerman. Folks, Luke and I are going to switch off here doing play-by-play. We'll give our voices a rest here. Mine's going already after 2 batters. Okay, we got 1 down.
Jack looks
Well, that was a strike.
Jack looks strong early, throwing hard.
Messino?
Yeah, M-E-S-S-I-N-O.
Good curveball.
That evens the count at 1-1. Speaking of 50-50, right, we got Larry Podolsky on the balls and strikes today, so oh, Larry's sitting in the sun. He's a gamer.
Another curveball gets away. It would help the Lakers to hold him at third base. They've been struggling to score runs up until yesterday.
What was the score yesterday?
12 runs on 15 hits for the Lakers. That was against Stonebank. Logan Roble, the winning pitcher.
Oh, Stonebank. I think I know their pitcher. Rick Coles is the pitcher for Stonebank. That explains the 15 hits and 12 runs. Good work, Adam. Ricky has a tendency to say it can take anybody deep, or cover anybody, or tackle
Hey, Jack,
anybody.
get even right here.
Good
All
block.
right.
Good block there by catcher Adam Biggis. Kept that run at third base.
And Adam's role, in addition to catching, he's the manager of the team. Dad Bill Biggis is one of the coaches.
There you go.
All four. Thought he had the corner.
Good
Close
spot.
pitch. Close pitch.
So we got runners at the corners. One out.
First baseman, Nick Hedge.
So Nick Patchen, first baseman's coming up. We're going to give you some Lakers history after a while. Addition to a few other things we got going on.
High strike for Jack.
Because he missed the corner on the last one.
So he's ahead. Jarrett 0-1.
Okay.
Padgett the cleanup hitter.
Pitch.
All right.
0-2, one out.
You
Runners
work
at the
him now,
corners.
Adam.
0-2 you can waste here, but have to be careful with anything in the dirt.
Yeah, that's true.
Good.
Whoa! Rocket there. Quick reactions by number 5, Trevor Bentz. He got nailed otherwise.
Those third basemen have quick reaction time, so
That's
that helped him
Good
there.
point,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. All right, first and third.
oh, cut off. Oh, nice play.
Yeah.
Nice play by our shortstop.
So that goes Beauchamp to hiding, covering the bag. The second out. Does bring in the first run of the game for the Muskies.
Yeah, makes it 1-0. Trent is batting here. That's let me pick up his name. Trent Bogart. Yep. All right.
Whoa. Did I have the wrong name?
Oh, fastball. The biggest recovers nicely, but
Actually made it a close play there at second
Yep,
base.
yeah.
That's 2 or 3 in the dirt from Jack.
Yeah, that's
Some extra bases given away there.
Tough.
Yep. Adam, no chance on that one. That was too far away.
We're going to run a little trivia contest here every half inning. We're going to give you a question, and we'll give you the answer at the end of the next half inning, and give you a new question. So if you want to keep track at home, this broadcast is, what is it, the 26th today, I believe. Yeah, it's Sunday the 26th, but you're showing multiple times during the week and during the month. But if you want to participate, you do get to have breakfast with me and Luke. Who gets the most right? Now we're buying breakfast. You just get to eat with us.
That might be the last place winner. Has to have breakfast with us. Important here for the infielders to knock everything down with a runner on second and 2 outs.
Ooh, missed him inside.
Really would like to avoid that 2-0 hole right away. Already down 1-0.
2-1. Yeah, you always keep your one swing away when you're down 1-0. It's a little difference once you get those crooked numbers up there. Outside. Ooh,
No.
Oh boy.
Bad play there.
so fastball. I mean, I think that a steal and threw down the third and got by him, and there's that crooked number we were talking about.
Important game for the Lakers today too. Just a game ahead of Pewaukee in the standings.
And you look at it, there's 2 outs, and the guys on second, they don't get a hit and they score a run. So we got 3 and 1 here. Low and outside. Ball 4. Runner on first base. Now we've got that quick third baseman is up.
Messino.
Oh, check that. He's a right fielder. Number 5, Mitch Messino.
Hey, Jack, trust your stuff.
A day like this, Jerry, those errors and extra bases add up because your pitcher and the fielders are out there in the sun even longer. You want to get back to that dugout.
Yeah, it's hard to focus after a while, and talk about running out of gas. That can happen.
Well, let's get out of it right here.
Pitch.
Okay, 0-1. Good start.
All day, right there, kid. Let's go.
Once again, we're running 3 cameras today. We're not sure the angle. We're just going to do it like a radio game. And you can enjoy what you hear and what you see. Ooh, nice pitch, a little off speed. 0-2.
The park's in great shape, it looks like. New dugouts, everything's nice and green, unlike my lawn.
Yeah, you cut grass this morning, huh? You didn't shower afterwards either, did you? Oh, that was close. Oh, no.
Another one goes into the outfield.
Scooped up by our center fielder, Zachowski. Gets it in the infield, but runner holds at second, so we've got 1-2, 2 outs, runner on second. Muskies up 2-0. Luke, do you know if the Muskies played yesterday?
That I don't know. I do want to thank Nick Hiding for the information he gave me about the Lakers team.
Scooped up, over first, out of the inning.
All right.
Very good. Minimal damage, 2-0. Combination hitting the ball and some low throws and inadvertent pickoff plays. But anyway, let's get to this little contest we're going to run. Every half inning, we're going to ask you a question. Some are multiple choice, some we're going to go up and down. But the first question we've got, this is question at the bottom of the so leading off the bottom of the first will be left fielder number 6, Nick Earl. Nick Earl, excuse me.
Hey, leading off for Menomonee Falls, Nick Earl. Did you say the pitcher was?
Yeah, B-E-N-Z, but he...
No, it's Ben, Farrah Ben. You said, right?
Oh, maybe.
Didn't
Yeah. This guy's Ben's also, right?
No, Ren.
Erd comes in at 424 batting average this year. One of the hottest hitters for the Lakers.
Ren.
Hansy's batting leadoff, right?
Right?
Yeah, you'd never know that there was a virus up there.
Yeah.
Streets were just as full as they always were.
Okay, we got 0-2.
You know, the farther I can go. Although
The
people
pitcher's
are
putting
coming
it
from
down the
this
pike.
area.
Most of the license.
We've got Aaron Simmons on deck for the Lakers.
Let's get the leadoff hitter on.
Yep.
Make some trouble for the
Put some
defense
pressure
here.
on.
Yeah.
4th of July. I was sitting on the deck.
Ball in the dirt, strike 3.
Down in Cruz and kayak.
So much for that.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just,
the pitches are done.
Simmons.
So Aaron Simmons coming to bat. Aaron is our right fielder, number 5.
Is that low? Oh,
238 for Aaron, but also the you know there's
Yeah, it's real
these aren't a lot of at bats that we're in, so maybe we'll
Yeah.
just give the hits and the at bats instead of the averages. 5 for 21 for Aaron.
melting everywhere.
You know, they got some sharp uniforms. They're simple, but they're classy. You know, you see some of these uniforms that it looks like Bingo Long's traveling circus.
Well, I think we're going to talk about some uniforms of the past later on,
Oh,
so
you're on top
stay
of
tuned for that.
You are on top of your game, so to speak. Well, I tell you what, that's been 5 straight strikes.
These are brand new.
Oh,
I was going to ask if they were new. They look nice.
we got a visitor. We have Mike Lemko here. We'd put him on TV, but our cameras are pretty fragile. So, well, thanks for stopping down, Mike. Long time Lakers fan.
Board of directors.
Are we on the board of directors? Oh, well, okay, good.
We're trying to bring
Ooh,
him back.
there's
'Cause
a rope.
He at least did some work.
Retired. Ain't happening.
Mike, what year did you graduate from high school? What year?
62.
1962. 1962. That's good to know. Mike, 2 other brothers graduate from here. In fact, I won the Army with one of his brothers. And that's a whole nother show.
What? Just
Broken bat, new piece of lumber for Aaron Simmons.
Well, it was a bad night that night, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Mike.
this one's got the lightning bolt on it.
Ooh, that was close. Going inside though. Counts 2-2, 1 out, nobody on. Lakers bottom of the first, down 2-0.
There he is.
Ground ball first, right in the belly.
Big hop.
Scooped it up. 2 down.
Catcher Adam Biggs.
So we got Adam Biggis, catcher, manager, and batting third in the lineup. And nobody on, 2 outs.
Jerry's not batting third because he's the manager with him. He does hit pretty good.
We've got Terry Simmons. Suppose he's here to help us. We will not be using too much of his information.
Well, Adam's in at
Terry
3.
is actively involved. You'll hear his name over the broadcast, the PA. Normally there's 2 really good announcers here in town over the PA, but this is Terry, who is a distant third.
Well, Adam's in at 346, so he's hitting third for a reason, just like our leadoff hitter was hitting first for a reason. Yeah. Yeah.
So we got 1 and 2. 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Ooh,
Big curveball, just missed.
that was close. Little flare.
Trouble.
Yeah, right fielder calls it, and that's the end of the first inning.
Nice play by Masiro running in to make the catch.
So before I turn it over to Luca, the next.
Again, Muskies come in 6 games back in the Western Division, 1 game behind the Lakers, 6 back of the Bulldogs of Brookfield. Here's a chopper back to Peranovic. It's off his glove. Hiding makes the play, but able to beat it out at first base, Roofer. So a nice play by Hiding to try to get there after the deflection off of Paranovic's glove. I think maybe Jack would have been better off just to let that one go.
Yeah, I tell you one thing, though, you little kids out there, or any ball player, Nick Hiding barehanded that ball. If he goes to his glove and then to the hand, no way will he get him. But any ball that's rolling slow or is stopped rolling, do not pick it up with your glove, barehanded, and fire it to where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. Nick is a longtime coach and longtime Laker, so he knows a lot of fundamentals. Our next batter is the third baseman. This is Trevor Buns, number 21.
Beans.
Oh, Beans. I don't know if is Beans better than Buns?
Well,
Trevor Beans.
I like the buns better than beans.
You throw some brats in there.
Oh, he picked him off of first.
Wow. Beans, brats.
Roofer picked off of first on a nice move by Peranovic. Over to Chris Larisky at first base. So 1 out.
Rishy's a big dude, isn't he?
In good shape.
Yeah, he's a big guy over there at first base.
08 graduate.
Now, I think we have to get a third microphone for Terry.
I don't know that I've seen someone try to go back into first base standing up, tagged out. Not very often. Swing and a miss.
Well, not very often, and continue to play. You can do it once or twice, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. So Bean's still up there with a 2-1 count, now with no one on base. And now 2-2 on a nice fastball from Peranovic. We mentioned Coach Hansen here in the bleachers today watching the game. Son Henry is at third base, batting cleanup.
Henry's probably going to be the youngest player, I would think. He just graduated. He's been a year in college, so I would guess he's the youngest one out there.
Him and Jack, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yep.
there you go.
And then other guy, the sub Jack, he's an
Rebernick.
18-year-old.
Oh, yeah, Jack.
Oh yeah, Reeves is a
he
young
just-
guy too, that's right.
Yeah, he just got gypped out of the season.
Yeah, he did. Strike 3 call. So Peranovic retires Beans.
Well, I see
2 out now.
First 2 batters, he's kept the ball up.
Fielder.
He had a lot of trouble with stuff that was near the dirt or in the dirt. And these first 2, and I hope it continues.
Well, he's been getting ahead. He just has a couple of those wild pitches and that throwing error.
I got to go find my answers to those questions. Well, the 4, because one of them was given away by my.
So here's the left field. I'm gonna talk over you because you're talking bad about me. Left fielder Nick Bastian is up now. Showed bunt the first pitch, nothing there.
Nice movement on that ball, though. Came back in and
Is
thought
it
he might get him.
Bastien or Bastion?
Either way.
2-0 the count.
T-I-N, so
Peranovic delivers. This one's drilled to left. Back, and that's gonna land foul.
Just foul.
Long strike, right, Jer?
Yep.
I do Bastien.
That's what I did. Yeah. I think that's correct.
So 2-1 now. Let's see what Jack and Adam want to do here on 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Popped up. Out to the right fielder. This is Simmons. He puts it away, and Jack is 1-2-3 in the second.
Hey, Luke, I'm going to give the answer to this. You want to come up with
Is it Ty Cobb?
corn in the cob. But do you want to come up with a question that will ask the fans and their favorite, whatever, that Larisky went through? Or
Yeah, I have the favorite. You kind of brought up the questions this morning, which is a great idea. I have my favorites ready to go. So why don't we do?
Let me give the answer first.
Okay, do that. Yep.
We're going to get in the rhythm here, folks.
Yep.
It might be the 7th or 8th inning, but we'll get in the rhythm.
Might be the 10th or 11th inning.
The original class for the Hall of Fame, for those keeping score, for Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, Christy Matheson, and Walter Johnson. Those 5. Cobb, Ruth, Wagner, Matheson, and Walter Johnson, the original class of the Hall of Fame. So that's the end of the first 2 questions. Once you said if you're just tuning in, get a pencil and paper. We're going to ask a question or a category every half inning, give you an answer, and then move on to the next one. So Luke, why don't you take over with a little different twist that you're going to do.
Well, I was going to say that's the last time you're going to get a free answer out of me.
Oh, okay. That's true.
So, we talked about this week about knowing we were going to be here today about a couple of our favorite things, baseball related. So why don't we start with one? We mentioned Coach Hansen again being here. So how about some favorite Menomonee Falls baseball players over the years, Jerry? You've done the games announcing. I've done announcing games here. So you've watched plenty of high school baseball. Some of your favorite players.
So why don't we let this go?
Okay.
And come back on the half inning.
And they can think about it as they
think
watch.
About it,
Yeah.
who their favorites are, and
All right.
see if we match up. If you can come back with another question, I've got loads of them here. However you want to do it, we'll figure that out. But once again, think of your favorite or favorites Menomonee Falls baseball player who was not your son. Take that category. Who was not your son.
And I've got a couple, so if you want to name more than one,
Oh, me too.
of course,
I'll go
of
on.
course. All right, well, here's Henry Hansen leading off the bottom of the second. Lakers trying to get back into this one, down 2-0 as we start the bottom of the second inning. Strike 1 to Hansen, 0-1. Nice fastball from Carl Renz. Henry swings and fouls that one off to the right side. 0-2 now on the Laker third baseman. Henry in at 258.
Henry's a big dude, isn't he? Boy. Remember when he was a little guy? He was a wrestler, football player, baseball player.
Yeah,
Multi-talent. And a darn nice kid besides.
I agree. Renz just missed on that pitch up high a little bit, so 1-2 now. Our scoreboard's not punching. Next pitch is a swing and a miss, so Hansen down on strikes to start the second. 1 out now for Joel Zachowski, the center fielder.
Center fielder, Joel Zachowski.
Larry Podolsky was doing the scoreboard, but he's off signing autographs, and he'll be back shortly, I believe.
He's drinking beer. You gotta go buy Mike a beer.
And here he comes.
Ball 1 is in the dirt to Joel, so Joel comes in at 217 on the season. Ahead in the count 1-0, and now evened up 1-1 on a big breaking curveball
I don't think
from
they've
Renz.
got a camera behind us here, but that baby did move.
The next offering,
Up the middle.
up the middle,
Oh,
fielded by the second baseman, but not enough time to get Zachowski at first. So the Lakers with their first base runner, as Zachowski singles on the infield.
First baseman, Chris.
Joel Zachowski is one of those Coach Hansen used to talk. He always had good center fielders, great center fielders that could hit, play, and cover a lot of ground. And Joel Zachowski was near the top of that list.
All right, next up for the Lakers is the first baseman, number 10, Chris Larisky. Class of 2008 Menomonee Falls, according to Coach Fitzsimmons, next to me. Chris swings and misses at the first pitch, so 0-1 is the count. Let's keep an eye on Zachowski here and see if he's moving, Jerry. Down 2-0. I don't know if you want to take any chances.
Yeah.
Early in the game, though. Early in the game. Chance to get back in it right here. There he goes, and he got a big jump.
Oh, yeah, he's in there.
And he steals it easily, and the throw gets away into center field. Zachowski's going to go to third base with just one out. So a great scoring chance here for the Lakers.
Jerry noticed the numbers on the field. Senior day was last week. Just they did the last day before they closed the season.
If we get a chance, if Chris could take a shot of the left field fence, we got some numbers out there. We'll tell you what those were in a minute here. If he gets a chance to get a shot of those, there's 5 numbers out there.
Fitz, you might have to help us with those numbers. I didn't do any games this year. I'm not too sure on my jersey numbers anymore.
Yeah, those are the numbers of the seniors who played just a very short season here this summer. I think last week it ended. Well, one of them we do was Jack Revernick. We know one of those is him. But kind of a nice tribute to them. They're gone here, but definitely not forgotten.
Oh, the swung on and hit right back into the catcher's face mask. Let's give him a minute and make sure he's okay. That was a... Oh, was it the umpire? Okay, umpire. It's hot and it's... You're taking shots off the face mask. That's
Anything close, Chris?
Anything close is better swing because he's going to call it a strike and take a break.
Yes, he is. So 1-2 the count on Larisky now. Zachowski at third base, looking for something to the outfield to drive him in. And there is one to the outfield, and that is going to get down and by the center fielder. Zachowski scores. Larisky on his way to second. He's going to go to third base. Oh, he's going to stop right there at second base with one out. So a one out. We're going to call it a single or a double, Jerry? What do you think?
I would say single.
Single and an error on the center fielder, yeah. Okay.
And in his defense, he really hustled for that. That was a tough play. I believe that was Clayton Schmidt.
Yes, center fielder Schmidt.
And we do have a pretty good breeze here today.
So Lakers back in it now at 2-1, tying run at second base with one out. And the hitter now, Kyle Zimmerman, the designated hitter.
Well, with one out, it would be nice to get him over there. Whether you hit it to the right side or get a hit, just get him on third base in a pass ball or wild pitch, anything can get him home.
So right-hander to right-hander, and that one's up high. Evens the count at 1-1.
Oh, Jimmy!
Doesn't look as sharp as he did the first inning. Pewaukee's pitcher.
Still can't get over that jump that Zachowski had from going from stealing first, stealing second. Huge jump off of first base. That one outside, so 2-1 the count. Zimmerman ahead now. Larisky ready to run at second base. Swung on and missed. Evens up the count now, 2-2. Just one out. Lakers trying to tie up this ball game. This one hit to the first baseman, and it's booted by the first baseman. And he's able to beat the pitcher. So Zimmerman on the air by the first baseman, able to reach first, moving Larisky to third.
You know, Luke, I thought there was a chance I might get by the pitcher, the toss. And I thought, boy, we're going to tie this game up. But no, runners at the corners. That's what you want.
So first and third situation now for the Lakers, tying run at third base, and it's up to Nick Hiding, the second baseman. Couple hits yesterday for Nick. And then this one gets by. Here comes Larisky. He's going to score without a play.
Yep, standing up.
And we have a tie ball game. 2-2 as Zimmerman goes into second base. Now he's the go-ahead run.
Moving right along here. All right, that's good. Tied up, but tied up quickly. You know, you don't want to go deep into the game. So 2-2. And we got a runner in scoring position.
Yep.
Nick's still at the plate.
The 1-0 to Hiding. On the corner. I don't know if Nick liked that one.
Leave that out, kid.
But that is 1-1.
I don't know if there was on the corner.
1-1 to number 11.
That was close. Let me say that. That was close.
I think he'll be the oldest player in the team.
Got fooled on that one. Just got.
Yeah, Nick.
Officially, Nick is the senior member of the team. Is he close to your age, Luke?
Close. 2 or 3 years we're apart still. Yeah. Swing and a miss by Hiding.
On that one.
So he's down on strikes for the second out.
Shortstop, Eric.
And it's going to be up to Eric Beauchamp to try to give the Lakers the lead here, Jerry.
Now, Eric's a number 9 hitter. But all he's got to do is make some contact. Make some contact and see what happens.
Honey, stay out here, kid.
Beauchamp, the shortstop. Fouls back the first pitch. 0-1. This is the 9 spot, so we'll go back to the top of the order if Eric can keep it alive here.
Get your answers out there for your answers for the your favorite player of the last whenever who is not your son. You can think of more than one. I've got 4. I'm going to go out there. Actually, one of mine and the other 3 are Coach Hanson's. So
Well, you were doing the baseball games before me, so we're going to have some different answers here. There's a swing and a miss by Beauchamp, and the throw goes down to first base for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Lakers get 2 to tie it up.
that was
2-2.
important to get that back. Okay, Luke, what's your question? The favorite players?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to give you 3 of them that Coach Hanson mentioned at his Hall of Fame speech.
Okay.
One of them was Ty Weber, obvious reasons, 2 state championships, Division I, drafted by the San Francisco Giants. Congratulations, Ty. The other 2, one was Nick Guile, who did not play his senior year.
Nick is on my list as well.
But Nick never missed a practice and did wind up batting the last game. Now he's playing Division I ball. Talk about a kid with no quit in him. Also one of my famous dodgeball players. But Nick Guile. The other thing is Cole Myra. Cole Myra was a center fielder. Cole made the all-star football team played up in Oshkosh.
Okay.
And would commute from the practices to be back here for the games. That was history. My last one is A.D. Gonzalez. And the reason I joined A.D. Gonzalez was my first year I played walk-up music. And about halfway through the season I noticed
know this story.
A.D. would not get in the batter's box until his song was done.
Well,
And,
as he should. He wanted to hear that song.
I caught on to that. I would delay playing it. He would not get in that batter's box until his walk-up song was done playing. So that's A.D. Gonzalez. He'd be my 4th choice. What do you got, Luke?
Well, Nick Guile also makes my list. Started at MATC in Madison playing baseball, and now moved on to Creighton. So, kind of.
Northern Illinois.
Who's your
Oh,
other
and now moving on to Northern Illinois. So, Nick following his dream to play D1 baseball. So, Coach Hanson told me one of the best shortstops he ever coached, Nick Guile.
For the Muskies.
All right, I'm going to do this real quick. Can I do that? Or you got? No,
Well, should I give another one? We got
Yeah,
a
give a
few minutes
category.
here. Well, I wanted to mention Tommy Howard too as another one of my
Okay.
favorites. Third baseman, left-handed hitter. Just seemed to be really clutch all the time. So Tommy Howard.
Nick Guile,
Also on my
A.D.
list,
Gonzalez, Ty Weber, and Cole Myra. If he's not on your list, give yourself a point.
Don't forget about Taylor Fitzsimmons.
That's parent baggage, Terry. We don't do parent baggage.
How about Doug DeConey?
Okay, here we go. You got
Doug DeConing, another one, sure. I think you're up here, Jerry. Top of the 3rd inning.
These are songs that mention a player in them. These are baseball songs that mention a baseball player in them. So I like to get the song, the player, and the artist. So that's 3 things. I've got 3 songs that mention baseball players.
Oh, that one got through Nick. That one got through Hiding at second, so they're going to have a runner on base with 1 out.
So did you get that one, Luke? Now the 3 songs that mention a baseball player in them. If you can give me the name of it, you get a point for everything. The artist, the name of the song, and the player. And one song has,
Isn't there one with a couple?
yeah, there is one with a couple.
That's the one I thought of right away.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll get the other ones.
And then maybe, Luke, you'll take over next inning with another category there.
Okay.
Keep scoring at home. You just tuned in, get a pencil and paper. We're asking questions every half inning. Grand prize, breakfast with Luke and Jerry.
Well, it looks like Harmeyer might have hurt himself running down to first base. He walked off the base like maybe he pulled something, but he's going to stay in the game and run.
Little look. Was this my inning?
This is your inning.
Oh, no wonder. Okay,
This is
I
the
kind
top of
fell
the
asleep here. Okay. Well, thank you for pointing that out.
You don't quit talking very often. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, yeah. Papa.
Oh, That is a major league pop-up.
That is. Bright
And
sun.
in the sun.
All right.
Larisky
Snagged
got
here by Larisky.
Yep.
So that's one down.
First baseman, Nick.
Two down. Okay, two down. And striding to the plate here is big number 11, and that would be
Pageant.
Nick Pageant. I tell you, I'm going to put another rubber band on that piece of paper so we can see what's going on there. Once again, you're just tuning in. It's 2-2, ground ball to third, scooped up. Henry Hansen over second.
Yeah.
he's
See,
hurt.
Harmeyer pulled up between first and second, and Hansen saw that and just made the quick toss to hiding.
So that's the end of 2 1/2 innings. Score remains knotted up at 2.
Big inning for the Lakers there. Sorry, Jared, but to come back and get those 2 runs, and then to come back out and shut them down right away, very important.
That is, that's nice. A nice job by Jack. Good job by the defense. So there's 3 songs out there that mention players. So I'll give you the song first. Well, I'll give you all 3. Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? So Joe DiMaggio. Another one is an easy one. It's also Joe DiMaggio, Ty Cobb, and Willie Mays. You know what it is, Luke?
Is it John Fogerty?
John Fogerty, center field. And the last one is, gotta guess, Billy Joel. We didn't start the fire.
Oh,
Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, and Roy Campanella. So once again, it was all 3 of them had Joe DiMaggio in there.
you have to listen closely to that Billy Joel song.
And we're going to give you a hint. There's going to be a category after a while with Joe DiMaggio in it.
Okay.
So do you have a category you want to use now? Or?
Yeah, we can do some more favorites here. How about, do you have a favorite minor league team, Jerry? Either a logo or a team that's out there, uniforms, maybe something that you like about a minor league team?
I've been lucky enough to go to about a half dozen, well, close to 10 minor leagues the last couple of years. And some interesting parts. And I can come up with 1 or 2 that I like. You got something?
Yeah, I can start.
Oh, you don't give the answer yet.
Oh, we're gonna wait. We're gonna let them think along. All right. I'll get the hang of this.
Yeah, it's games.
This is our first game of the. We haven't been here yet this year,
I
so.
think it's extra innings. Otherwise. But anyway, the Lakers are going to come to bat here bottom of the inning. We're at the top of the order. Left fielder Nick Erd. What's his dad's name?
Mark.
All right. We must have
Actually, his dad, Mark Erd, is here today helping himself. And I guess they're going to play with a second baseman after all. Just come trotting out of the dugout. Probably got a little work in there.
Jerry, I'm trying to look and see if Harmeyer. That's a new second baseman, so I think Harmeyer's out of the game. There's a new second baseman, number 12. Just took the throw down from the catcher, so I think that Harmeyer's out.
They got what? Guys?
We're gonna get word on that right now, I think.
Leading off for the Falls, Nick Erd.
Mark Erd is checking his.
Brendan Sherrett is
Brendan Sherrett has moved now to
second base.
second base. You got a number for him, Mark?
I do 12.
Not 12, okay. He's a dozen. All right, Nick Curtin. I asked Nick's dad if he was any good. He says, yeah, he's a pretty good player. So that's an unbiased opinion. I will say when we asked for the list of favorite players, he did not say his son.
You said I couldn't.
I know. He said.
Oh, big Sunday hop out there.
Yep. One down. You know, Luke, in other years, these games have seemed to go slow. These games is moving along.
Yep.
You know, so,
Hey, Jerry, what about Doug DeConey?
Terry, there's a lot of good players that came through here. So we kept it to a few. Now, if you want to write that down and submit it as an answer, we'll take that. But Terry Fitzsimmons did have a good player. Doug DeConey played high school. I don't want to call him his dad either, so we might as well mention him.
Well, so many you could name the
Yeah.
success of the baseball program
Yeah.
under Coach Hansen and others.
He had a lot of high school success, and he was on the Major League radars for a number of years.
UWM for Doug.
Yep.
Also went into the Menomonee Falls Athletic Hall of Fame a few years ago. Got to announce his name on a Friday night, so he got to go into the Hall of Fame.
That's always a good night when we do those Hall of Famers, whether it's the Business Hall of Fame or the Wall of Fame, Wall of Recognition, or the Sports Hall of Fame. And also they have the Arts, one for the Arts, which is nice. They do that a different night. We don't get to do that, but just as rewarding those people. We got some tremendous people here in this town that have graduated, gone on to do great things, and then actually come back and help us out of it. So, okay, it's 1 and 2. We got 1 down. Larry's Podolski's are keeping track of balls and strikes. He's roasting in the sun here, but he's not complaining. So, okay, 3 and 2, full count.
A little bit low that time.
Aaron Simmons at the plate. Playing right field for Menomonee Falls.
Shade him a little bit toward right field, but
Good
not
eye.
too much.
Good eye. Plus, you want to see the guy throw 6 pitches if you can. Wear him out. So we're
Catcher,
going to number
Adam
3 hitter.
Biggis.
Catcher Adam Biggis, number 14. So we got the lead running first, 1 out. Adam Biggis at the plate.
Good time for the heart of that order to be up. Looking for the lead, runner on base. Again into center field.
One of my favorites was Brett Hartman, Jerry, and he punted for the Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a punter.
You know, we've asked this question. It'd be funny you give some guys like Terry like 10 minutes to think of something, and he gets it, you know, as opposed to you folks are doing it in 2 or 3 minutes. But, you know, Terry, you ever hear the saying, a day late and a dollar short?
Brett Hartman.
Terry's a good sport.
There's
Actually,
For the
it's 0 and 2 here. We got 1 down. A little trivia question that no one knows. I actually played softball for Terry when I worked at Westbrook Lanes back in 71, 72, 73, somewhere in that time frame. Terry was the manager. And he managed to lead us to a winless season. No, he actually had a pretty good team. His brothers were good.
Biggest in the whole 0-2. Go ahead run out at second base.
Old Westbrook Lanes over there, where you, right next to the Starlight. Both are gone now.
get through. Get through.
A nice stop by the new second baseman, Charette, but he's
Nice
running
play
on
out
the
there.
third. Now we got the lead run at third base with 2
Third
down.
baseman Henry Hansen.
Henry Hansen.
Up to the young guy here,
Yep.
Henry Hansen.
Kind of looking at my notes here.
Ball 1 to Henry.
Thanks for helping me out there.
There you go.
Oh,
There's
there it is.
Hansen. Drives 1 to right field.
Driving the lead run. Henry Hansen comes through.
Center fielder Joe Zachowski.
Look at
Joe, like
Zachowski
yesterday,
coming
kid,
to
get
the
into
plate
one.
now. You got Henry on base. I don't think they'll send him, Luke.
With 2 outs, I don't know why not. Henry's got some good speed. Fun hearing the Hank calls when Henry got the base hit. Henry's back at first. He went back sliding, unlike the Muskie in the first. Was it the first inning? A pickoff play. He's got a big lead. There he goes.
It's going to be close. He's in there. He's in there. Scoring position, Henry Hansen. The pitch was a ball. I thought it was a strike.
Okay.
So it's 0-1, 2 outs, runner on second. And we got Joel Zachowski to play. Joel played college ball, I believe at lacrosse, if I'm not mistaken. I see his dad Gordy every so often.
Outfield straight away for Joel.
I'd be a little warmer than black shirts, I would think.
Oh. Yeah, you think about
Our
the
breeze has stopped here. Went up about 5 degrees.
catcher and the umpire with that gear on a day like this. They are working hard.
Sitting next to me with all that hot air, that doesn't help. So, yeah, so it's 2-1, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Lakers up 3-2. Great game so far.
Muskie's trying to keep the runner at second base close with 2
Joe's
outs.
sitting on one
Okay,
there,
he's got 1 to give. That's 3-1.
Henry's looking for a big jump, trying to score on a base hit with 2 outs. That center fielder moved over now a little bit toward right field, so a gap, left center
Off to
field.
the right side. So 3-2, 2 outs.
Go big one left, kid. Come on.
Let's change places with Henry.
Maybe we'll get a report on Harmeyer, the second baseman. It looked like maybe a calf or a hamstring.
There you go.
Oh
big
boy,
bounce again.
another big
Boy,
Sunday
they got
hop.
some big bounces.
They sure have.
But they do score 1 run. Falls goes up 3-2. That's 3 innings are in the books. So if you got your pencil and paper at home, Luke, your question was?
We're talking about minor league teams. So
Minor
do
league.
you have a favorite minor league team name or a place you've watched a game, a logo, a mascot, something about minor
Ballpark
leagues?
I love. The Biloxi Shuckers.
I'm okay.
So Mark,
Biloxi
DH
Shuckers.
going in, Nick's coming in to pitch, Jack's out. So Kyle is playing the field now.
Got some changes for the Lakers here.
We got Coach Bill Biggins here. Bill, you want to be interviewed?
Jerry, it's a long time no see.
Well, you've been lucky. So,
Yeah, right.
we got to continue. We're filling our audience here with tons of information. All right, good luck, Bill.
Good to see you, Jerry.
Yeah, you
Good to
too.
see you.
It's Biloxi Shuckers. It's right in the Gulf, and you've got the casino in the background. It's a brand new stadium. The other one I like was I visited Oklahoma City Dodgers, and it is just spectacular. It's like Camden Yards where they have a hotel right along.
Oh, neat, with the,
Give
the
us
brick
one.
there. I think my favorite is the Double-A affiliate for the New York Mets. This is the Binghamton Rumble Ponies.
The Rumble Pony.
The Rumble Ponies.
Whoa.
So I did a little bit of research this week. Binghamton, New York, the capital of the world for carousel horses. So they are the Rumble Ponies.
All right. So that was something I never would have guessed. Now I'm going to give you a movie. I'm going to give you 5 movie lines.
I'm full of useless information
5
in case
movie
you didn't
lines.
know.
The first 4 are easy. The last one is tough. So you got to tell me the name of the movie. Number 1, pick me out a winner, Bobby. Number 2, if you build it, he will come. Number 3, there's no crying in baseball. Number 4, just a little bit outside. And here's the last one. I'm just going to do part of it. You need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove. Nobody seems to know what to get Millie or Jimmy for their wedding present. So those are the 4. Once again,
Shortstop, Trent.
pick out a winner, Bobby. Build it, we will come. There's no crying in baseball, just a bit outside. And you got to get that curse off. Luke, you're going to have to answer those next inning.
I'm feeling fairly confident.
All right, sounds good. All right, Luke, take over, please.
Okay, we head to the top of the 3rd inning for the Muskies. Now trailing 3-2. We have some changes for the Lakers. Nick Erd now pitching, number 6. So his first offering is a ball up high to number 22, the shortstop Trent Borgart. Any other changes, Coach Fitz, for the Lakers that I missed?
Moved to left field.
Okay. Kyle Zimmerman now in left field. He moves from the DH spot. So we must have a new designated hitter in there somewhere.
They lost the designated. He's now.
Oh, okay. No more DH for the Lakers. This one ripped foul down the 3rd baseline. Hit hard but foul.
Well, you can hear that one. That got my attention. I was going through some documentation here, so.
Big kid for a shortstop.
What do we got?
So Erd takes over here in the 4th. Lakers got 1 run the last inning to take the lead. Now lead 3-2. This one hit again to Hansen at 3rd, and it ate him up a little bit. So Henry takes that one in the chest, and it's going to be an error on the 3rd baseman, Henry Hansen.
Well, for you
Tough
kids
play.
out there watching, he got his body in front of it. He knocked it down. That ball could have gone down the line and could have been trouble. It gets out to the left fielder. Henry kept the ball basically in front of him. And
Tough hop.
yeah, it was a tough hop and a hard hit ball.
So that's going to bring up the right fielder, Mitch Mosiro. He is the second hitter of the inning. Nobody out. Muskies have the tying run at first base. Erd now behind, 1 ball in the count. Checks the runner at first and delivers. That's a strike on the corner.
Yep, nice pitch.
Evens up at
Nice.
1-1. Next offering is just off the corner. Look at the same pitch.
Look, I gotta say the same spot.
But count goes to 2-1. Boy, that 1-1 pitch, such a important pitch in a at bat. But this one goes against Erd as it's 2-1, 2-1.
I think there's a big hole in the right side there. If he does make contact an outside pitch, it's liable to scoot through there.
That one also off the corner, so 3-1 now the count. Don't want to walk this man. Already a runner on first base.
Get even here, kid.
Nobody out yet, so might have to give in here a little bit. There's a good pitch. Popped up on the right side. This is Simmons over. Looks like he's going to catch it. He's got it.
I thought that was going to be out, Luke.
I think it was still in fair territory. So a nice catch by Simmons. A lot of air under that ball, so plenty of time to get over and make the catch as Bogart has to stay at first base. Batter now, the designated hitter for the Muskies, Mike Rufer. Big out on a 3-1 pitch there. So Erd set now. First pitch to Rufer is up high a little bit. Larisky holding on the runner at first base.
Checking my numbers here. Boy, he's out there. He looks hot. You know, it's I don't know what it is here. 90 degrees humidity. This game is being taped on Sunday, July 26th. In case you're wondering.
Saw a little bit of rain in the forecast for later today, but nothing quite yet. Blue sky with big puffy white clouds out at Trinary right now.
Get out to the driving range with my grandsons after 6 and 100% rain. But we'll be 100% wet when we leave here anyway. So
Well, how committed are you?
occasionally.
There's a strike call from Erd, so the count now 1-2. We'll be happy to send you out there with any kind of lightning, Jerry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hold an umbrella.
1-2, 1 out. Runner leaves from first base. He's going. Biggest with the throw. Sails past, hiding into center field. That is the third time we've seen that today. But Borgart is going to stay at second base, not able to advance. So while the throw sailed into center, the runner stays right there at second base. He's now the tying run with 1 out. Still 2-2 on Rufer. Go ahead, Jerry.
This is reminiscent of how they scored in the first inning. You know,
Yes.
with walks and bloops and a couple questionable, pitches and plays, but it's all part of baseball. You know, if you can manufacture runs, more power to you.
We'll see how far Erd goes. The first pitcher went 3 innings. Maybe they'll kind of do thirds today. This one gets away too from Biggest, but not enough room to advance for
Nice block.
Borgart.
Gets kept in front of him. Jumped on it right away.
So full count now.
Get this one in, Luca. Batter will be protecting the plate.
Just a small lead for the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Big second out for Nick Erd.
So that's big, like you said. It
Third baseman,
keeps the guy at
Trevor.
second base. Couple good plays. Henry keeping the ball in front of him, and the biggest keeping the ball in him probably stays a run this inning so far.
So that brings up the 8th hitter, Trevor Beans, the third baseman. Biggest keeps that one at his feet, so no chance to advance. It is 1-0 again. Boy, Erd's been behind every hitter, Jer.
Yep. I don't know if Jack was hurt or ran out of gas or whatever. It's especially in this kind of heat, you never know.
Yeah. Next offering is a strike on the corner. So that evens the count 1-1. I think this is a low strike zone today.
Yeah,
Low
in
and
the corner.
yep,
But he's
yep.
consistent with it, and that's what you want.
Yes. All you can ask for from an umpire. Maybe some problems with the signs there from Biggest. Erd steps off. Trevor Beans, third baseman. Boy, stocky guy. Looks like he's got some power.
You're right, Luke. Yeah, look, he gets a hold of one. That's going to go.
That one fouled back, so Erd now ahead in the count 1-2. Looking to put away Beans and get out of this inning.
also want to thank Chris Forston from Falls Cable Access. He's out here set up the cameras. He's kind of running the show. He's got a handheld and 2 other cameras. During the summer, tried to get cameramen out to help, and he's committed to putting this game on, and here we are. So I want to give a thanks to Chris Forston.
Next pitch fouled back, so the count remains 1-2. 2 outs. Erd trying to work his way out and leave that man at second base.
He's got the 2 strikes, boy. Just you get a little help from a guy behind the plate. That would be nice too.
A lot of movement on that pitch. Blocked by another nice block by Biggis. He's working hard behind the plate.
Keeping running there. Everybody's pretty straight away hiding. He's out in the grass at second.
Deuce is wild here. 2-2, 2 outs. That one just missed the corner. Oh boy, Erd bent over. He wanted that pitch, but he didn't get it. So the count goes full, 3-2.
But he's got first base open, so that's an option.
You can be a little bit careful, especially with the 9-hitter coming up. The next pitch on the inside corner. He threw the gas right by him, Jer. He was looking for maybe a breaking ball after the 2 right before that, but Erd is out of it. No runs for the Muskies in the 4th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. 3-2 Lakers.
Folks at home, I'm going to read off the quotes, the lines, and Luke is going to give you the answers from memory.
Well,
memory.
the first one is the one giving me a hard time.
All right.
So.
Pick out. Well, we'll do that one last then.
Okay.
Okay, just a bit outside. Oh, here's Chris. Hey,
There we are.
here we
Hi, everybody.
Giving the answers to let you know that we didn't make these up. We're taking right out of the book these answers. So, but just a bit outside. We wanted to thank Chris once again. He's over here filming us for putting this.
Thank you, Chris, today. So just a bit outside, that's our hometown guy. That's Bob Uecker, and the movie is Major League.
All right. There's no crying in baseball.
That's Tom Hanks and A League of Their Own.
All right.
Yeah.
If you build it, he will come.
My nephew just played a tournament down in Iowa, so a Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams?
Yep, Dyersville, Iowa.
We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove.
That is Bull Durham.
Bull Durham.
Okay,
is
so
the one that I always use. Is
well, you're
pick me
gonna
out a
get it
winner,
right
Bobby.
then. Is that the fan with Wesley Snipes or
No, it's the natural.
Oh, the
That's
natural.
When his
Okay.
bat shatters.
Okay.
And he says to the kid, he goes, "Pick me out a winner, Bobby."
Okay.
And I forget what it is. Fans get extra credit if they come up with the name. I think it was the Lightning or something like that.
I think Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy, the name of the bat,
All right,
yeah.
Luke, you got a category for us?
Sure, we can find another one. Why don't you give us your favorite player as a kid growing up?
Oh, it's
Favorite player growing up as a kid.
a favorite one to watch or favorite name or
How
favorite?
about favorite? Just to make it simple, favorite player to watch as a kid. It could be whether in person or on TV or
Are you going to have a favorite
whatever
name
it
later on?
was.
'Cause I'm dying to say my name. Pick
well,
the player's
maybe your favorite name was your favorite player. We can do that. We'll do that one next then.
Well.
You have to remind me because I'll forget.
Yeah, I got a couple. You've got a couple favorite players.
Okay. So
No,
favorite. Best player you saw play or favorite player that you saw play. We'll have a lot of generations here. I mean, you're more 60s, 70s. I'm more 80s, 90s. So we'll have some different answers. And it's too bad we can't have like a Twitter here and people
Oh, yeah, we
tweet
should
into
do
their
that.
tweet
Oh,
into
yeah.
their
Yeah,
their
yeah, that would
stuff.
have been great.
Yeah.
The first answer we got. But, no, they couldn't do that because it's on delay, tape delay.
Oh, that's true.
So, but once again, if you're just tuning in, get a pencil and paper. Every half inning, we ask a question, baseball related, and then we cover it at the next half inning, come up with a new question.
All right.
It's been fun so far.
It has. So we're ready for the bottom of the 4th inning. Chris Larisky's going to lead off for the Lakers. He singled last time, went to second on an error, and ended up scoring I believe the tying run.
I believe it was too. So once again, we held them last inning and up 3-2. Let's build on that lead.
Looks like Ren's still out there for the Muskies as Larisky swings and misses to even the count 1-1. So Ren's is going to go into his 4th inning of work.
Turned out okay.
I don't see any other changes, although it's hard to see the numbers from here. Larisky drives one into the left center. That's trouble, and that is down for another hit. So Larisky now 2 for 2.
Hit them where they ain't.
Hit him where they ain't is right. So Larisky 2 for 2 starts off the inning for the Lakers, and that's going to bring up now the left fielder. Started the game as a designated hitter. Now the left fielder Kyle Zimmerman, big number 13 on his back.
Now, Larisky's a big guy. Now, he's not going to steal. He'll go on a pass ball, but Luke, would you move him over to bunt?
I don't think so. You're still in the heart of the order here, Jared. 6th hitter.
All right.
You already have the lead.
Just number 7.
play for a big inning. Coach Fitz is nodding in agreement with me, to be clear.
Well,
So
that's
it
your
must be
sauce.
the right thing to do.
Got caught the corner, I guess.
Yep, strike one to Zimmerman.
He had some smoke on that ball, though.
He's throwing hard. It's still in his 4th inning. Lakers trying to add on to their lead here. 3-2 as we play in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ground ball to
Took
second
some
base.
off that one.
Slow grounder though, so they won't get 2. But they record the out at first, so Zimmerman out, but he advances the runner. Well, there you go, Jerry. There's your moving the runner to second back. All kinds of ways to do it, isn't there?
Swinging sacrifice.
Yep. That brings up Hiding, the second baseman today. Nick struck out the first time. Got those socks pulled up on a hot summer day. Let's see if Hiding can drive in another run for the Lakers. Taps one over to
could be
third
trouble,
base.
it
That's
could
going
be
to get
trouble.
through because, got all the way to short, but the
got
throw gets
that.
by. So Hiding's on his way to second.
Runners on second.
Larisky on his way to third. Yep, second and third. Only one out. So let's see if Beauchamp here can drive in both runs with a base hit. That sun is peeking in and out of these clouds. A little bit of cloud cover we get.
It does take away the double play, which
Sure
is
stop,
nice.
Eric. Look at.
Yeah, he would have made the throw. He would have not made it.
Do you get some? All right.
So Eric Beauchamp, the batter now. The
So you get the second base.
number 9 hitter in the order and the Lakers shortstop. So Hiding at second, he'll want a big lead to try to score. Infield is in here, Jerry. Infield's in. Hiding can get off to a nice lead.
Nope.
0-1 the count.
Cut, good cut.
On, head on it, kid. Right side, punch it in.
Larisky at third base.
Pitch will stay away from the low ones, you would think.
That up high again, so count even now 1-1. Again, 1 out.
Go, Eric.
The Lakers looking to add on to their 3-2 lead. Runners at second and third. Infield's in here.
This is the hardest this guy's thrown all game.
Yeah, he's moving the ball in. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, that one gets by.
So you wanted-
So a wild pitch.
And standing
Here
up
comes
twice for
Larisky. Yeah. So he scores another run. It's 4-2 Lakers. Hiding
That's
moves to
some
third.
Speed out there.
Got a laugh and a point from Chris on that one. So Hiding moves to third. He's looking to become the 5th run for the Falls.
Is that a wild pitch, Luke, or a pass ball?
I would think it was a wild pitch because it was way up high.
It was high.
Yeah.
Bottom of the stands.
It was over Eric's head.
Yeah. I thought it might hit him in the helmet, to be honest, but able to get out of the way. Another high one. So this runs to 3-1.
Yeah,
He can kind of afford to be
Runner on
careful
third.
now. Maybe set up his double play, though.
we got that extra run. That's big.
Yep. Lakers looking ahead of the top of the order. On deck is Nick Erd, the pitcher.
Oh, no. Hey, you're better than that.
That is a
So
called strike. And that's all we're going to say about that.
a couple thousand fans are upset. Well, they sell it a couple
So the count goes full 3-2 now on Beauchamp. He turned and gave a look. He didn't.
thousand. We're gonna get
Another wild pitch. Here comes Hiding. He's going to score standing up with no play.
A catcher had no chance at that.
So the Lakers now up 5-2.
Yeah.
Beauchamp gets to first base.
Well, we talked about keeping the ball up, and one was
Back
way
to the
up,
top.
and one was way low.
Left field pitcher, Nick Earth.
Yep.
5-2,
5-2.
5-2. Yep.
So maybe signs of getting tired here from Renz, the Muskego pitcher.
And we got a runner on first.
I don't see anybody warming up down there though. So
No, me neither.
catcher takes a walk now. Maybe just to give him some time, have him take a breath.
Yeah.
Well, we're back to the top of the order.
Yep.
This is not a park where you want to throw wild pitches.
A lot of backstop here.
So Beauchamp now runs at first base with 1 out. 5-2 Lakers. Speed on first base. Let's see if he's going. There he goes. There'll be no throw this time. So Eric goes in standing up.
So we have another guy in scoring position with the top of the order at the plate.
Yeah, chance to really expand that lead now. 1 ball the strike, or 1 ball the count. Now 2-0 and another one gets away. So Jerry, I think Renz is tiring here in the sun and his 4th inning of work.
He's tiring to catcher too.
Well, I did see
It's a win-win. For
I
the
did see
Lakers.
Zimmerman came back with no glove and no mask on that time.
Yeah.
Picked it up barehanded. So Beauchamp now at third base. 2-0 the count. Next pitch is grounded to second. They're going to come home. Oh, now they go to first base. Yep, looked him back and went to first. That was the right play.
Nice play by the second baseman. I believe that
Right
is
fielder, Aaron.
Brandon Charette.
Get this guy in.
So we got our number 2 hitter here.
So Aaron Simmons coming up. walked the first time, or sorry, grounded out to the first baseman the first time and then walked. Let's see if Aaron can drive in the 6th run.
Come on, Aaron.
Ren's ready, here it comes. Follow back, that got a piece of somebody also, yeah.
I believe it was.
Oh, the umpire's looking at his arm, and did it, I don't know if it,
I think it hit him twice.
maybe it got his chest protector. Simmons digs in. Ren's ready again. Here we go with the 0-1. This is outside, 1-1 now.
Well, that catcher's working back there. What's that fellow's name again? That's
Zimmerman, the catcher.
That's Tom Zimmerman.
Yeah. Outfield straightaway for Aaron Simmons. This one is skied to right center field. Right fielder coming in, he's calling, and he's got it. So Masiro puts away the 3rd out as Simmons flies to right. But the Lakers get, I believe, 2 more. Is it 5-2?
5-2.
5-2. So 2 more for the Lakers here in the 4th.
Both on pass balls, Luke. All right, Luke.
Story of the day.
Your
Story of the day.
question.
Story of the day.
Your question was?
We were going to do your favorite player to watch or favorite player that you saw growing up.
Well, I would have to say there's 2. They're both from Milwaukee.
Okay.
Because you didn't have TV then. You didn't follow everybody.
Sure.
But it had to be Eddie Matthews at 3rd. And if you're going to be a pitch, it had to be one spot.
Okay.
You know, with a high leg kick, pitch wherever. For me, Eddie Matthews, one spot. For those at home, if you match those, you're a smart person. What's
Well,
yours?
it would be hard to argue with those two, wouldn't it? Both Hall of Famers. Mine are a little more recent vintage. Ryan Sandberg of the Cubs. I was a Cubs fan, so WGN growing up watching Channel 9 in Chicago, and Ryan Sandberg every day. Just offensively, defensively, the way he carried himself, my all-time favorite player. About the time that Rhino retired, my other favorite player kind of started. So Chipper Jones would be my second
Sounds
one.
good. Those
Yeah.
are 2 good choices.
Yep.
I'm a hometown boy. So you're younger than me. You had TV. I didn't have TV. We had TV, but not black and white. This is Players' Choice Award. This was put together. The year is 1989, and it's a top 10 most admired baseball milestones. Now, it's the Tampa Tribune, the top 10 most admired milestones in baseball. And we're going to give points to the top 5. We'll read the top 5, and if you get the other ones, you get honorable mention. One that's not in there.
Did you mention the year though?
No, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Luke, we had gone through this earlier. Luke mentioned Cal Ripken's consecutive game streak. That came after 1989. So on those top 10, we'll go through them real quick when the time comes. Luke knows them already, but write those down. Get in the top 10 to give yourself a point. 10 points for if you get the first one right, and go right down the list. So, top 10 Players' Choice Awards. Okay, here we go. We're at the top of the
5th.
Top of the 5th. Moving along.
Bottom of the order for the Muskies.
Was that Trevor Benz? No,
This
that's
is Nick Bastian, left fielder.
Bastian, left field. Okay.
Yeah. Renz is
Benz is, yeah.
he's resting in the dugout. He's probably got a
Whoa.
big
There's a rope
big
down
drink
the
of water and
line.
some shade. He's been out there a long time today.
1-0. Once again, the Lakers are up 5-2. They're coming off a win yesterday where they hit the ball pretty hard. Today, they've been the benefit of some pitcher-catcher concerns here. So, but they've taken advantage of them. You've got to have a runner in scoring position to do that. So, all right, 1-0, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th, the top of the 5th, excuse me. 5-2.
Can we just nominate Adam Biggis for player of the game right now because with all that equipment he's had to wear all day and he's working hard back there. Erd back on the mound for the 5th.
All right, it's 1-2. Nobody out. In case you're just tuning in, we're down here at Trenery Field on July 26th. Falls Cable Access picking up another baseball game. That was pretty close.
That
So
may
he
have,
has a count of 2-2.
I think other innings that would have been a strike.
Strike 3. Oh, wow. He gave the signal for the ball. But anyway, 1 down. So we're back to the top of the order. That's going to be
Center fielder,
Clayton Schmidt
Clayton
playing
Schmidt.
center field.
This used to be law school, I think, just started overhead.
Lakers looking sharp today. And that one in there for a strike. At the inside corner. Nick Hurt's kind of settled down here. He's looking good. Of course, I'm sitting next to his dad. I got to say that.
Nice pitch.
Oh, same pitch twice in a row.
Well, for a team that's been struggling to score runs, the Lakers 12 on the board yesterday and 5 more today. So maybe they're coming out of that a little bit. Yeah.
Well, he batted 4 times. Well, right to hiding.
Stay down, stay down.
Oh.
Go with it.
2 errors on hiding now. I'm glad we can't pick up his language from where we're sitting.
Nick's on national TV. He's a little, actually this is worldwide TV. You get it. You got a computer. You can pick this up in Iraq, in New Zealand, and Quebec.
Well, I'll tell you, nobody harder on themselves. Nobody expects more out of themselves than Nick Hiding.
So how about a double play here? Pitcher's best friend. This is, I think, the new.
He's been told that by my wife that he needs a haircut, Terry, and
Brandon Schreck.
not listening.
No.
We'll have to see if Jenna and maybe Harper are here today. Harper, my goddaughter, that's Nick's daughter.
0-1, 1 out.
No sign of them yet. I'm talking over Jerry.
You're in the shade.
They were sitting down by the scoreboard yesterday.
0-1, 1 out. Once again, we are in the top of the 5th. Ooh, that was close.
Oh, another check on Schmidt down at first base.
Nice throw.
Yep. Biggest popped out quick, threw down, but no play on Schmidt.
I thought that pitch was awfully close to a strike. I don't want to call him John Furr at home either. John always likes to. John keeps an eye on us, keeps us in check. Put it that way.
So here's Charette, Jerry. This is the player that came in to play second base after the injury to Harmeyer. First at bat, I believe.
Jerry, I came to the last week of high school baseball, and John Furr sitting up by an oak tree, way up under the hill. As far as way you get away from the park and still see a game. Sitting on that bench up there. Go.
Oh, nice play.
Nice. Got him. There you go. Good
He
job.
out of second. Good job by Adam Biggins.
That's some good footwork.
He nailed him.
Hiding with the tag, so it goes biggest to Hiding for the out. Boy, running down 4 runs late in the game here, or later on in the game.
Well, you got to give Nick some credit too. He had that error. That's another thing, especially for younger players, not to hang your head. It's same like at golf. That's the next one that counts. The last shot doesn't count.
Yep.
Same thing in baseball. Applies to all sports.
Got to be thinking of that
Those
next
of us
play,
who know
right?
what we're talking about. So anyway, there's the third strike, and that's the end of that inning. Score remains 5-2, and time to give our top 10 Players' Choice Awards. And we're gonna go from the bottom up. All right. Number 10 was Roger Clemens, 20 strikeout games. Number 9, Wade Boggs, 6 consecutive 200-hit seasons. Number 8, which I think should be higher, it's Ted Williams batting 406.
I don't know how that cannot be. How can that not be? No one's done it since.
Number 7, Jose Canseco, 42 home run, 40 stolen base.
Thank you.
And now you're going to get to some big names. Well, those are big names anyway. Number 6, Nolan Ryan's 5 no-hitters. 5.
He might have had a few more after 1989, Jared. I think he had 7.
I think he's got 7.
I think he had 7. Can we go back to the Jose Canseco, the 40-40?
Yeah, 40-40.
Funny story on that. After he did the 40-40, Mickey Mantle said that if he knew that was going to be such a big deal, he would have done it a lot earlier.
Number 5, we're got the top 5 now. Roger Maris, 61 home runs in 1961. Number 4, Orel Hershiser, consecutive shutout innings in 1988, 59 consecutive shutout innings. He was throwing a spitter. Number 3, Pete Rose, 4,256 hits. Number 2, Hammer and Hank, 755 home runs. And now you all know what number 1 is. Any baseball fan say, where's Joe DiMaggio on that list? Joe DiMaggio's number 1, 56 game hitting streak. There's your top 10. DiMaggio, Aaron, Rose, Hershiser, Maris, Nolan Ryan, Williams, Wade Boggs, and Roger Clemens. Luke, what's our next category?
Let me think about it for a while. Well, why don't you wanted to do?
I could do another one.
You wanted to do favorite names, right?
Um,
Why don't we do favorite names or nicknames?
Favorite names or nicknames.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That'll be
Scoreboard.
good.
That's a good
That'll
one.
be good. Terry's always put himself in there already. So. Anyway, leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Falls is, I believe, Adam Biggis.
Yep.
The catcher scored.
That was a great nickname.
So Biggis, Hansen, Zachowski here.
It was given to me in 2010, Jerry, when they were fundraising over at, put your names up on the board over at Simmons Stadium.
Well,
They put my name up there as scoreboard.
ground ball, short. There's going to be a tough play. Got him by a step and a half. Nice play by the shortstop. One down, the bottom of the 5th. And coming to bat,
Third baseman, Henry Hank Hansen.
here is the cleanup hitter, number 26, Henry Hansen. Henry graduated from the Falls last year, played on 2 state championship baseball teams. That's something to put on your mantelpiece.
Sure is.
Move up, everybody.
So Henry struck out the first time, but the next time up drove in the go-ahead run, I think, with a single. Gave us a 3-2 lead at the time.
I do.
Oh, in the hole.
And another hit to the
There you go,
hole.
Henry. A base knock.
2 for 3 for Hank.
All right.
Well, my guess is Luke, he's going to go on the first or second
Center
pitch.
fielder, Joel Zachowski.
Yeah, he took off last time. They didn't have a chance to get him.
Right. So we got Joel Zachowski, Falls graduate, back in the day. Very good player, college ball player. Playing center field today. Number 2, Joel Zachowski. A little high. 1-0. On deck for the Lakers is Chris Larisky.
Larisky's been hot. Nice to have him up there with a couple guys on base.
Larisky's also a former Indian player.
Phoenix.
He did not play for the Phoenix, Terry. He played for the Indians. It's going to change. We'll get down the road on that. That'll start, hopefully it starts in September.
Zachowski had 2-0 in the catbird seat, as they say. I'm surprised Hansen's not going, Jerry. You're
Yeah,
right.
I am too. Now it's 3-0.
Joel.
One more ball, he won't have to run.
The third
Yeah.
base coach a little
He
busy.
can trot
talking to
down.
the camera.
No, Jerry, we don't know the Muskego pitching situation, but Renz is back out there for a 5th inning. He was throwing hard in the
All 4.
4th, but now he's
Yep.
walked another
That
guy.
was hard. I tried
Yeah.
maybe keep the ball out of the dirt.
First baseman, Chris
Here we have Chris Larisky. He's been active here. He's got a couple hits, I think. He scored twice.
Came in at 241. That average is climbing today.
They're playing him pretty much straight away.
Boom. There you
Oh,
go.
that is the gap.
That's in the gap.
2 runs score. Watch Joel run. Watch Joel run.
Well, camera's on Joel's house. Coming around third. Yeah.
Oh, my.
He was around third before they touched the
He
ball.
sure was.
But 2 runs. Larisky's
have-
having a game.
To have $2 on his nose.
Yeah. Now, look, you might want to give the Iron Man award to Biggest here in the 5th, but Larisky's got to be up there for player of the game. He's
I think
got
so. He's 3 for 3.
Zimmerman.
halfway through.
Yeah.
So Kyle Zimmerman's coming to the plate, the DH.
Left fielder.
I'm going off the original lineup, Terry. If
Change it.
scoreboard here
I got a
is
pen.
supposed to be changing them for us, the scoreboard is misrepresenting, not doing its job. Over here, it's over here. Thank you, Terry. For any other updates
Yeah, change Nick.
while you're here?
Yeah, Nick is pitching.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, big bender. Nice pitch by Renz.
So it's 0-2.
Yep.
1 out.
My sheet blew.
2 across, 7-2 right now.
Oh, Jimmy.
We believe the new dugouts, we can't see them anymore. Yeah, if we stand up, we can see the score.
You used to be able to look right in those dugouts. Now that fence is up, it's a little bit harder to see the guys.
$300,000 by not sinking them. Just saying.
We've got a pinch hitter on deck, Jerry.
Fall back. you ever been down here to Trinity Field, was pointed out before that the long way between the home plate and the fence, any pass ball, you're probably going to score from third. Unless you get a bounce off the fence. Another foul ball. I have no idea how many pitches he's throwing, but 92. Well, 92 pitches. Thank you, Mr. Mark Bird. Now there's a guy who keeps scoring, knows what he's talking about.
That's a long day already. 92 in this heat. Still no signs of inclement weather here. Blue skies.
That does nothing.
93 degrees, it says.
All right, another ball there. It's 3-2, full count, 1 out. First base is open. On deck is Nick. We'll check that. Hiding's done.
We got a pinch hitter for hiding on deck. That's Alex Sutherland.
Okay. And there he walks.
Another walk for Renz. The pitch count continues to climb.
Number 1, Alex Sutherland.
Alex Sutherland coming to the plate.
Thank you, Adam.
So
Saw Alex's dad on Wednesday at the Optimist golf outing. Want to thank him for participating and
He's on my team.
raising money for the scholarships. Yeah, he was on
10 under.
Jerry Fitzsimmons'
He
team.
sung 7 birdie putts.
And he runs the best
He was an
concession
animal.
stand in Lake.
Couldn't get the ball to tee, Jerry, but he sung 7 birdie putts.
And I guess he sung 7 birdie putts. They were 10 under. I have my doubts about that. But anyway, that's a whole nother,
with no witnesses.
that's a whole nother subject.
Well, Sutherland bats for hiding. We'll see if they make a change at second base.
That's actually, that belongs on a show called To Tell the Truth. That's where that belongs. But also his dad runs a concession stand.
2 runners on, Jared. Chance to blow this wide open.
Only 1 out too, Luke. You know?
And 2-0. He's behind yet another hitter. That pitch count is climbing.
Nobody warming up. No, 3-0.
Misses again. 3-0.
Big eyes, Alex, big eyes.
So I would imagine this could be his last banner.
How about green light here for Alex? He sees one he likes.
Right down the pike. Is this common? Ask these old pros here, Terry and Mark and Larry, not to have a first base coach?
No, depends upon the team.
Okay.
We try to have one out there every
All right.
Actually, the rules require us to.
Okay. All right, now we got full count, 1 out, runners on first and second.
Let's see if the runners go. Not this time.
Off 'em.
Well, we got
Go,
some
Alex.
big boys out there. I think that might be part of the problem. Luke. We got Larisky
Yeah. And Zimmerman.
and Zimmerman. We got big runners.
Here you go, down the
Down
line.
the line.
Oh, down the line. Luke, you called it, breaking this open.
Alex!
Oh, hey, in there. All right. Another run. Run scoring double by Alex Sutherland. Knocks in Chris Larisky.
Never a doubt for Alex getting to second base there.
Okay. I think we're gonna have pitching.
And looks
So-
like a pitching change here.
Well, the pinch hit works. They have Sutherland bat for hiding and a double down the line.
So we touched on it briefly here. We mentioned these are former Indian players. As everyone knows, the team name has been changed to the Phoenix from Menomonee Falls High School. One of the things, it's been changed. I really didn't. It's changed. That's the way it is. But it really didn't sink into me until I saw a sign for tryouts for Falls Indians boys. It said Falls Phoenix, and it did. I didn't know what that was right away, and it took me a little bit to kind of catch on to that. So what do we got? It looks like we got the second baseman that's down.
Yeah,
behind there.
looks like number 12 is Brendan Charette. He's going to be the new pitcher, so we'll have a new second baseman here.
Oh, should we ask a bonus question?
Absolutely.
Let's go. I'm just going to pick one out. Let's go with a quote. I'll read a quote.
Why don't you pick one out and I'll talk about the Pat Heitman Bags for Pat coming up in August.
Well, why don't you do that? Do that. That's more important.
So if you're ever at
Hang on
Trinary,
1 second, no.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, if you can get a shot out at the right field pole, the shot of Pat Heitman.
Stuff for you, not that it makes a difference because we didn't take anybody in or out.
Yeah, I think I got them all right.
Okay, so we had our catcher in third base.
So go ahead.
Okay.
Chris, get a shot of that foul pole in memory of Pat Heitman. Luke's going to talk about a fundraiser.
So if you're ever at Trinary Field, you've seen the Pat Heitman sign down the right field line. Pat was a good friend of ours. We unfortunately lost Pat a few years ago in a bicycle accident. But every year his friends get together to remember him, and we have a benefit, money going to scholarships for the high school students. So the date for that this year is August 22nd. That's the Bags for Pat Heitman benefit. Again, that all the money goes to scholarships for high school seniors. So August 22nd, the people to contact for that, Jeff and Tracy Lemieux. Jeff Lemieux runs Jeff Sports, so that's an easy way to find Jeff's information. Please contact Jeff and Tracy if you're interested. I know Julie and Scott Beck also involved, many others involved too. So August 22nd is the Bags for Pat benefit this year. Both of Pat's sons played baseball for Coach Hansen, Alex and Ben. Grace also a softball player at one point.
And Luke, do they have voice auction and silent auction items there too then?
You know, I've not been to the benefit myself. That it's usually close to the start of the school year, or we've been on vacation, so I have not been. But I believe there's all those things.
Yeah, get a chance, stop up there. Even if you don't get a team together, stop up there and support them.
Live music for sure.
All right, thank you, Luke. Once again, we're batting here is Eric Bokamp is batting. He's playing shortstop today. And he comes to the plate. He's 1-2, 1 out. Runners on second and third, and we have 1 run in. So I think it's 8-2, if I'm not mistaken.
8-2.
Yeah.
So again, the Lakers have been struggling to score runs, and now 20 runs over the last game and a half.
Yeah.
Luke, can you give me your pen and their lineup? They got a bunch of changes.
So they made a bunch of changes here. We're going to get those. I want to thank Mark Erd for that. Big lead. Look at Sutherland. That's second base. 2-2.
Charette now another right-hander.
You haven't seen a fastball from him yet, I don't think.
There's one.
Oh, he was sitting on that. Straighten that baby out.
Beauchamp, I don't think was a Falls kid, Jerry. If he was, I don't know that name. So we have to get some information on Eric.
So he's oh yeah, new catcher. I just heard. They're doing the lineups in the background here.
Well, we didn't get numbers with our roster for Muskego, so we're doing the best we can.
It's Pewaukee.
What did I say?
Mosquito. That's not a big. You shouldn't ask Luke. You got
They're the
microphone.
same colors,
See, they
so
can't
I'm
hear
gonna
these guys. They
I'm
can
gonna
just
claim
hear
that.
you and me. So don't walk into those. You can avoid it.
Same colors as Muskego. There's my argument.
Remember we said, look,
And
before
it's
the
the
broadcast-
Muskies. That's
Yeah.
another reason.
What we said before the broadcast. If we don't know it, we'll just make stuff up.
That's right.
Because we're not being paid for accuracy.
Yeah.
We're paid to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Entertaining. And give you some information. Oh, is that going to get...
Oh, infield was in, and that.
We knocked it down. I didn't see that.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to have bases loaded.
Infield was in. That let him get to first base.
Bases loaded, top of the order.
Nick Erd.
Couldn't be any better. Top of the order. Nick Erd, this is once again bottom of the fifth, up 8-2.
So changes that we know, Jerry. Tom Zimmerman was the catcher. He got out of that catcher's gear. He's going to go over to third base. And looks like Trevor Beans is now behind the plate with Nick Bastian at second base. Carl Renz was the pitcher. He moves to left field. So Renz is going to stay in the game, but he's out in left field now.
That's for those you keeping score at home, both of you. Well, this is important because Pewaukee will look at this game later on. They wrote the Falls Cable Access channel down, and they're trying to be fair for both teams. So it still counts 2-0, 1 out, bases loaded. Right down the
high.
He's a very short kid.
Hey, leave that up, kid.
Here
Not
we
swinging
go.
there.
Tough pitch on 2-0 to make with the bases loaded, but he got the called strike.
There you go.
Oh, just yanked it foul.
Yeah, that was foul, the warning track. We do want to make a mention, too, we talked about favorite Falls players. Tyler Fitzsimmons is a good kid, good ball player. And his dad's sitting here, and I want to get out of the parking lot without being approached by him. So, a little shout out to Tyler Fitzsimmons.
And a Laker at one point.
And the Lakers are.
Many years, Terry
He drove
said.
a long ways. Didn't he drive down from Oshkosh or Fond du Lac? Appleton. Drove down to Appleton on weekends. Scooped it up.
Oh. Nice play by the catcher.
That was the catcher at third that scooped it up, Zimmerman.
Yes.
So we get a play at the plate. Well, we still got the bases loaded. And we've got the second batter in the lineup.
Aaron Simmons.
And that's number 5, right fielder Aaron Simmons.
You also played for Pewaukee, Jerry. 2 years.
So I guess he played Pewaukee other years. I'm giving some second-hand information. These guys go to every game, so I might as well use some of their information. I imagine most of it's right.
And he played for the Bulldogs, is right?
He did? Bulldogs, Pewaukee, and
Oh.
Luke, is it your question that's up or is it my question? Oh, your question. It was names. Favorite names.
Yes. Favorite baseball names. Nicknames.
nicknames.
Well, they could be real names.
Oh, I got a real name I like. That's good as a nickname.
I like Jerry's name, Mr. Wonderful.
Okay, what else we got? We got to find some other categories here. I've got lots of them.
You got your nicknames ready?
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
got them in my head.
Okay, good.
Not so much nicknames, as favorite names.
I got 4 or 5 of those, depending on how much time we have. How about a gapper from Simmons? That'll really extend the lead. That might put the game away.
Do you remember when every year we used to do a nickname night?
Yep,
Chance
done
won
that.
that, you announced the nicknames for high school. There's one.
Oh,
Oh, walked in one. Good eye. Makes it 9-2. And now we go to catcher taking his gear off.
Catcher,
Number
Adam
14,
Vegas.
Adam Vegas.
He led off the inning.
Adam led off the inning for the Lakers.
oh my gosh, I batted around.
Yep.
The one down Larisky and Alex.
Well, Pewaukee did play yesterday, so maybe they used a lot of pitching yesterday, and you just don't know. You don't know.
That could be. And who shows up.
Right.
You know, I know a lot of guys got jobs. They got. They're talking earlier about weddings and et cetera, et cetera.
It is summertime, so people are busy.
Yep.
Biggest is flied to right and grounded to third base.
So it counts 2-1, 2 outs. Is it 9-5, Mark?
9-2.
9-2, 9-2. Okay. I'm thinking of the movie. 9-5.
Oh,
I'm not going there with that comment.
just off the corner.
So
3-1. He's got to throw a good pitch here.
Oh, big set on one, kid.
Adam is the manager, so if he wants to swing, he can swing.
Well, 3-1. You better be looking to swing.
There you go.
There it
And
is.
there's a hit.
Down
yeah.
and down.
Drop.
Oh.
Nice catch by the left fielder. Very nice. So, but they did put another one on the board. It's 9-2. And we'll be moving on to the top of the 6th. Once again, this is the 26th of July, Sunday down at Trinity Field. It's the Lakers against the Muskies at Pewaukee. All right, Luke, your question was?
Question was your favorite baseball name or nickname?
Well, my favorite name ever was from the Cleveland Indians, Rocky Colavito. And Rocky Colavito, he could be a boxer, he could be a football player. Rocky Colavito. And I think my favorite Brewer name ever was Felix Mantilla. I just like that name. What are you looking at me for?
I thought for sure you would say Sisto Lascano.
No.
Oh,
you're right.
did you forget about it, or
I
did
did
you?
forget about it. But I'm thinking about Braves. I guess my favorite.
Oh,
Brewer
Milwaukee
would be
Braves, sure.
Sixto Lascano.
Sixto
So what's
Lascano.
yours, Luke?
I had a couple. When I was growing up, Spike Owen was kind of a cool shortstop name. So I had Spike Owen on my list. I had Lenny Dykstra's nickname was Nails. That was one that I liked. Fred McGriff was the Crime Dog,
Oh,
kind of taken after
Crime
the
Dog's great.
McGruff, the Crime Dog from the 80s and 90s commercials. Oil Can Boyd, another one that I liked growing up. I had all the oil can Boyd baseball cards. And one from your era more, Jimmy Wynn of the Houston Astros. Do you know what that one was? I think we've said this at breakfast a couple times. Jimmy Wynn, Houston Astros.
Oh, we're not paying attention. They threw one right at us.
I'm glad that fence is there. We would have got that one right in the jaw.
Yeah.
So you give up? No, Jimmy
I
Wynn,
give
Houston
up. Jimmy
Astros, the Toy Cannon.
The Troy Cannon.
What a cool
Jimmy
nickname,
Wynn.
yeah.
Okay.
Little guy, about 5'11".
We got the umpire. What's your favorite nickname, Major Leaguer? Woody.
Woody Held.
Woody.
Lake of California.
Woody Hell, play for California. Well, that was
What year
quick.
was that?
though.
1940?
I was in the 56. I'm named after him.
Oh, he's the umpire's
Oh,
named
we got
after
a.
him. I wouldn't mind being called Woody, but so we're gonna go here to players who's had their numbers retired by multiple teams. We've got 6 players. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Still a family broadcast as far as I know.
We've got eight players who've had their numbers retired by multiple teams. 8 players, numbers retired by multiple teams.
Oh, okay. That's challenging. I don't know.
Okay, Luke, want to take over?
Yep. We're gonna go to the top of the 6th inning. It is 9-2 after a 4 spot from the Lakers in the 5th.
How's it going?
Erd's still on the mound for the Lakers. His first offering outside, so 1-0.
We got our boss here checking up on us, Chris Ford. He says we can stick around for an inning or two.
He's keeping us in line,
I
is
make
what he's
one
doing.
off-color comment, and he's here in 30 seconds.
Come on, Nick.
So Nick behind the third baseman, Tom Zimmerman, started out as the catcher. Don't be sorry, I appreciate all the help we can get down here. That one's lined on the line, foul ball. So 2-1 to Zimmerman.
Now, he said he's an older player, right, Terry? He's been around a while.
Sherman would have been probably 07 or 08 probably.
Okay.
09.
He's probably been in the league, we figure, about
Ever
a
since the
dozen
Pewaukee.
years.
He even played in high school with them.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
He played in high school with the Muskies too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He's been around a long time. Good ball player.
Yeah, the Lakers, it's a long time. Land Lakes has a long history league. When I was a kid, and Luke was a kid, they had a league called the Puddles, the Raindrops. So, you know, the lakes names, you would graduate to the lake. So,
And that was the time too, Jerry. There was no select ball. There was no travel ball.
no.
We kind of played whatever sport was in season, and Little League Baseball in Menomonee Falls was, oh, look out, sniper. Little League Baseball in the Falls was raindrops and puddles, and there was green shirts and red shirts for the rec department.
Yeah,
Yep.
rec department.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, and everybody got names. We were on the last team, you know, and so everybody, or the Brewers or the Braves, excuse me, or the Cubs, whatever, we were the blue shirts. I mean,
You weren't even good enough to get
right
a real
off the
team
bat,
name.
you knew you were not going to have a good team. You were all the blue shirts were playing the Cubs or the Pirates or something.
Well, there's ball 4 to Zimmerman, so he starts off the inning with a walk. Not what you want to do after a 4-run outburst in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Lakers, but I think Coach Hansen would be out there. So Nick Padgett, the batter now, with 1 on and nobody out.
But he yelled.
Erd's behind again, 1-0. It's getting the intensity's picking up here in the broadcast
Yes,
booth.
it is,
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good spot.
This is the reason we don't allow
That's a
parents
good
up in the
spot.
Umpire said that one was a little bit high, but Nick's not happy.
He's not happy. The umpire is dead. I'm not sure which one.
So 2-0 now the count on the first baseman Nick Padgett.
Oh yeah, that's
You got to play for a big inning now, down 9-2.
yeah.
Nice stop again by Biggis. Boy, is Biggis working hard back there today. 3-0 on Padgett.
I think he'll be swinging.
He's taking 2
Down 9-2. I think they're looking at a strike. There's a strike on the corner. So 3-1. Erd's back in it. Let's see if he can come all the way back.
That was, like you said, it's kind of working the corners here.
Oh, got the call on the inside part of the plate there. So the count runs full, 3-2.
That makes up for the That makes up for the one that was right down the
Yeah, that may be. It's probably right where we should be now. 3-2. And this is a little dying quail out to left field.
Ryan Quayle is right.
So Zimmerman on to second base as Paget reaches on a single to left. First two on here for the Muskies in the 6th inning.
Trista, Trent, Borgard.
Talking
Nick,
about
roll it up
favorite nicknames. How about a Falls nickname?
Well, I'll give you one here. Let's do one pitch.
I got a couple.
This was soccer, though. Can I use a soccer
Oh yeah,
one?
all sports.
Wait,
On the
no,
corner, the first pitch from Erd.
It was, I was doing a soccer game, and it was a tournament. And one game I always do all nicknames. And Jake Noggle came out with this huge head of hair. He had a giant afro. And when I introduced him as Jake the Barber Noggle. And his parents went nuts, and even he got a kick out of it. And after that, he says all the kids call him the Barber for the rest of that season.
Well, now we tend to just kind of shorten last names or have your first letter of your first name with some letters of your last name. But I always liked Erds for Alex Erdman, and the other one that I thought of was Corny for Zach Kornberger.
Oh yeah, Zach Kornberger.
Zach doesn't play Lakers anymore, Terry, huh?
No, he got hurt and retired.
Okay, what about Matt Emmer, that same class? Same thing with Matty.
Both of them hurt.
Great kids. That class of 16 was a special group.
Yeah, they had some leaders and good ball players. You know, and just good persons.
We can't name them all. We don't have time to name them all. But if you're out there listening, still think about you guys. That was a great class of kids. State champs too. So this one's into the gap. This will score at least one as Zimmerman comes around. Paget's going to stop at third. Got to be careful. No outs on the bases here for the Muskies. So nobody out as Borgert rings a double into the left center gap. Did it on a 1-2 pitch too. Here's Macero, the right fielder. Muskies trying to make a comeback here in the 6th. One in already, two more on in scoring position.
Where does he bat in the lineup?
This is our the 6th hitter for
Sixth hitter, okay.
Pewaukee. Yeah.
He's getting down the bottom half for me.
Luke's going different. This was Sino.
So we got
Oh, looks like that's. We've been calling him Macero for 6 innings. We're going to go with Messino. The correct pronunciation, Messino. So. First pitch from Erd, coming to Messino. And that's a strike right down the middle.
I think it's the first batter he's been ahead of this inning.
In a while, yeah.
Yeah.
So 0-1.
Good place to start. Get the out, falls back is playing for an out.
And this one's up the middle.
Oh,
Great
nice,
play by the
nice.
shortstop. Great play. Eric Beauchamp out there.
No, that's
Unless we had some changes. I know that we have a new. Oh, I'm sorry. Beauchamp moved to second base. I just saw his number. So Hiding came out when Sutherland hit for him.
It's a single digit, whoever that is.
Beauchamp moved to second base, but we have a new shortstop. Aaron Simmons moved to shortstop.
Aaron Simmons, nice play.
Alex Sutherland's in the right field.
Okay, so Sutherland, who batted for Hiding, goes to right field. So now we're all squared away with our substitutions. But great play.
There's a place where all three balls have been hit in the same spot. All that same general locality. Over the shortstop between left and center.
So that keeps the runners in scoring position, not allowing them to score yet.
There he got. He's gotten ahead of him again, Luke.
This one's fouled off to the right side over the Pewaukee dugout. So 0-1 the count. Could use a strikeout here, a pop up, something on the infield to not let those runs score. Fantastic play by Simmons there. I thought maybe, I don't know if he trapped it or if it got by. It's hard to see from where we're sitting, but great diving catch.
That was a nice
This
pitch.
one's looping into right field, but Sutherland is there. He's going to make the catch. And no tag
Yep,
from Paget at third.
that
So
was a mistake.
Sutherland gets the ball in quickly, and the Lakers able to hold him at third base.
Wow. That was a mistake.
Yeah. As soon as that ball goes up in the air, you got to be thinking tagging up. Maybe you thought there were 2 outs already.
Trevor Bean.
Question ready. Question ready.
Question ready. Okay.
I here, kid.
There we go. He's been getting those first pitches in for strikes, and he's kind of taking control. Get that one right in there.
Last time we give up our bench.
Ooh,
That's a good spot.
must have been a little high.
We're out here baking and they're just
You got your good pitch to me.
like an oasis.
1-0.
Go ahead.
Whoa, he wore that one.
Home base.
Yep.
So Erd
Loads the bases.
loads the bases, hitting Beans. So not where the Lakers want to be in this inning after a big 4-run inning in the last
Second baseman.
last of the fifth.
One thing, you do have the number 9 hitter.
Yes, so the 9-hitter, Nick Bastian, the left fielder up now. 2 outs. If we can get out of this, hold that big lead.
What do you got to the lineup?
So Erd trying to work out of trouble here. He did it before, I believe in the 3rd or 4th inning. Left a lot of guys on base. This one's outside, so evens the count 1-1. Nick Bastian, the left fielder.
One pitch we can be out of here.
Clayton Schmidt waits next on deck. He is the leadoff hitter for the Muskies.
Pop back and just a reminder, you out there keeping track of those, that we're looking for numbers that were retired by more than one team. The player had his number retired by one team and then another team.
So 1-2 are looking for the punch out here. All 3 Muskies lead from their bases. This one is lined to Simmons at short on 1 hop. Over to
Got it. End of the inning.
Beauchamp at second, so that's the out. Yep.
Want to wrap that up, Luke, that inning? Or?
Sure, well, that was hit hard to end the inning. Muskies get
One, I think.
a run. One run. Okay, so 9-3, our new score.
That's why I asked you to wrap it up, because I didn't know. So, Luke, numbers retired by more than one team.
Oh. Well, Jackie Robinson has to be one because he's retired by every
Jackie-
team.
oh,
is he?
that's a
Is
good
he in the
one.
book?
He's in the book.
Not okay.
42 teams. One is retired by 3 teams.
3 teams.
Really?
I'll say, is Raleigh Fingers retired by more than one?
No, but Raleigh Fingers is on the list.
Yeah, maybe 2. Oakland and third.
Shall I go ahead and give him?
Yeah, you can give him away.
A Milwaukee Brave and the Milwaukee Brewer. Atlanta Brave, Milwaukee Brewer.
Hank
Henry
Aaron.
Oh yeah.
Raleigh Fingers, we said. Carlton Fisk.
That was a trick question. Aaron played.
was
Both
the
teams were in
Sox.
Milwaukee.
Sox, right?
both by Sox.
Both White Sox and Red Sox, yeah.
Frank Robinson, the Reds and the Orioles. And this player played for the Astros, the Rangers, and the Angels.
Oh, Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan is right. Luke, I'll give you all those hints. You got it right.
How about Willie Mays? No.
Kerry, we're going to go what's in the book, not what's in your head. So the answer is no.
Willie Mays with Giants and Mets.
Yeah.
Maybe
Should have retired him over there.
maybe he didn't play with the Mets long
Okay,
enough.
Luke,
I don't
what's
know.
your question?
My question. I had it
Once
ready.
again, if you're just turning in, as we're asking a
Oh, yeah.
question every half inning, we'll give you the answer. There's a big prize here. Big prize at the end.
How about some favorite baseball uniforms? They could be any high school, college uniform, anything they minor leagues, major leagues. Favorite baseball uniforms.
Baseball uniform.
Any old ones, new ones, doesn't whatever you want it to be.
Stand, get some
Oh, I know what.
hot dogs,
I got one I always
brats,
like.
burgers, and beer.
Okay, so it's you're still it's still yours,
Good
right?
to see you over
You're half
there.
inning.
My half inning, so we're going to move on to the bottom of the 6th.
Lakers.
And Henry Hansen, who has been hot today, 2 for 3. He's going to start it off for Menomonee Falls.
Leading off for the Falls will be Henry Hansen.
We got the same pitcher on the mound, Brandon Charette.
I don't see any other changes for Pewaukee.
Now we have a first base coach.
There we go.
There goes Nick hiding out to coach first base now. First offering to Hansen is down and away. It's 1-0. I bet you that's the same helmet Henry wore in high school. I still see the stickers on it. On the corner, it counts even 1-1.
I think you're right. We get a close-up of that, or we get a chance later on.
Oh, and the fall sticker on the front, so. Yep.
A lot of stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Helps to have your dad be the
So Henry's got the count even at 1-1.
This one's fouled back into the parking lot.
I believe I'll ask you guys, didn't Henry go to state in wrestling also? I know he made it to the Shuck sectionals multiple times.
You know, he might have.
I think
Henry
he's-
behind now, 1-2.
I think he went his senior year.
Yeah, it's out of town.
We'll have to ask Coach if Henry made it to wrestling state.
Well, he did because the team went. for
This
sure.
one's grounded,
Oh, when is the team?
grounded
Yeah.
foul past
Sure.
Coach Biggis at third base. Count remains 1-2.
Look at him run. Nope, there it is.
I don't know if we're going to qualify that as running
I
or.
don't know what that was. It was when it's borderline America's funniest home videos, we don't call that running.
Good take by Henry. That evens the count 2-2. Henry Hansen leads off for the Falls in the 6th. Outside, he's worked it full.
Go, Henry.
Anything close? Get a hole on here. You got a hole of it.
He yanked it deep to left field. It is just foul. Feet foul.
Wow.
Just foul for Henry. Turned on that one and
Times did that happen?
got it down the line, but just foul.
Just.
And that's a strike.
And then come back. That happened again and
They're
again.
waiting for the TV replay, but just going to go ahead and play it.
Henry says, I have to run all the way back there now to do that again.
He's on the home run trot.
You know, you talk about the heat and stuff out here, but there's two guys out here haven't sat down all game. That's our two umpires. And they're not spring chickens anymore either, so I got to give them credit. I know it's hard to find umpires nowadays
Yep.
and legal officials. And
Here you go, Henry.
They're working hard. Well, there's a leadoff walk to Hansen as he comes all the way back to earn the leadoff
Fielder,
walk.
Joel. Zachowski.
Here comes Zachowski, Jer.
Joel. I don't want to watch him hit, I want to watch him run.
Lakers trying to get that run back they gave up in the top of the inning.
He could run a little bit quicker than Mr. Vegas.
Yeah, Brendan's struggling here a little bit. We could be in for another big inning. Two guys on, nobody out. No,
Just Hansen. Henry led off, so.
check that just one.
Yep. Big lead for Henry, though. He doesn't go this time. Joel takes ball 2, so he's way ahead in the count, looking for something to hit. 2-0. Chris Larisky, who is 3 for 3, stands on deck. Big day for him so far.
Yeah.
That one's off the corner, so now 3-0.
Yep.
And
Gonna take a little break. there.
Charette gives a look into the umpire. He wanted that pitch.
Is that kind of like lower body rhythm?
This one's inside, so back-to-back walks to lead off the inning. Both Hansen and Zachowski. That's going to bring up Larisky with 2 on,
First baseman.
and he's been hot.
With with Henry, he threw 6 pitches, you know. But with Zachowski, 4 pitches, he's down there. That's not a good sign. I would think he's going to try to get this one right over the plate.
Yep.
This might be a good one to turn on. As hot as he's been.
So Larisky waits, and there's a strike on the inner half, so 1 strike to count to Chris Larisky. Well, these are new Lakers uniforms, we were told, Jerry. They look good in their
They do
in their
look
blue
sharp,
and
yeah,
white.
sharp.
So, yeah. That one caught the corner on the inside part again, so 0-2 the
Turn on
count
one.
to Larisky. Trying to improve on his 3 for 3 day so far. Scored a couple of runs, drove in a couple.
He'll be saying anything
Runners.
close, he'll be going.
Yeah. That's just off, boy. Close pitch, but taken by Larisky, so 1-2 the count.
Risky says a little something to the umpire, nodded his head.
Next offering is swung on and missed. That's 2-2.
All those 2 on the inside, kind of set him up for
Come on,
that.
Jimmy.
Oh, we must have had our count wrong, Jared. Larisky's walking away with a strikeout, so looks like one out now for Zimmerman, the left fielder. A lot of speed on the bases with Hansen and Zachowski.
That was Larisky striking out. That doesn't happen today.
I still thought that was 2 strikes, but
He's got that outside corner. He's calling those.
here's Zimmerman. Lakers have to be ready to hit now. In a 9-3 ball game on a hot day, umpires maybe expanding that zone a little bit.
Yep, could be.
Signs blow away?
That off the corner, so count even now, 1-1.
For everybody in the scores today.
1 out, 2 on for the Lakers.
I don't know who did it, but somebody turned the heat up.
Well, we are thankful for our shade tent today. Here's a wild pitch, so Hansen's going to go up to the third. Joel Zachowski moves into scoring position at second base.
Well, I tell you, if that's
I got us all.
if they score now on this pass ball, it's been the storyline for the game.
Yeah,
You are
There's
so
a
nice.
pitcher-catcher problem.
yeah. A lot of runs early that way and continuing throughout the game. We had that wild pitch, but I was saying we wanted to thank Falls Cable Access for putting the shade tent up for us. We'd be baking in the sun here without that. So thank you guys. Or Coach Fitz, maybe. Somebody had our best interest at heart. So thank you guys.
Property of the Menomonee Falls Baseball Group.
It's hot.
Hey, win this, Zimmy. Come on, kid.
So what do we got here? It's full count?
Oh, look out. So ball 4 to Zimmerman. Another walk this inning. Boy,
Alex, stay hot here, kid.
base is now loaded. And that's going to bring up Alex Sutherland.
Strides to the plate.
Yeah. Hit the gap his last time in right center, so.
He did. He's a good hitter.
Come back
Oh, no, he hit it down the line, I'm sorry. Down the right field line last time.
He got that one too. A little bit inside, I'd say.
Big number 1, Alex Sutherland. Beauchamp waits on deck.
Here you go.
Sutherland again down the right field line. Hansen scores. Zachowski will score easily. Zimmerman into third, and it's a single down the line for Alex Sutherland.
Sure stop, Eric Beauchamp.
Okay, here we go, boy. We're moving along again.
Yeah, here comes Eric Beauchamp.
I don't know if anybody's got their book yet. We scored almost every inning.
Yes.
Except for the first.
We didn't score in the first.
Then score the first, okay.
Good to see the Lakers get hot here.
Get out of play.
Top up.
This one's skied by Beauchamp over on the third base side, but it's out of play. So 0-1 the count. Slow runner over at third, and Sutherland at first base.
Run back plus an extra. Shut him down.
Did you hit a ball?
Up high, count even 1-1.
They're 1-1. I said we got that run back plus another.
They don't have a mercy rule in this league, do they, Terry? Oh, they do. What is the mercy rule?
10 after 7.
10 after 7. Oh, knocking on that.
Beauchamp into left field, but
Rocket.
it's right at him. However, Zimmerman's going to tag, and he's going to try to score. He's going to make it with a slide, so another run for the Lakers.
Nice sag, Eric.
So Beauchamp gets the job done and scores the win from third base.
Alex still at first.
Yep, Sutherland stays where he is.
I think the common sense they were going to throw it to second.
Well, that throw that came in so high, I thought maybe Alex would have read that, but he's content to stay at first
Nice stop by
base.
the catcher, though.
Yes.
Don't work too hard today.
So we're back to the top with Nick Erd, the pitcher.
We're blocked from the scoreboard.
Alex, if Alex
Got a
gets
bunch
this
of experts.
run around there, we could speed up.
Erd skies one to left field. Camped under it
Thank you.
is Bastion, and he puts the ball away, so 2 outs now. Oh, no, that's the third out, Jerry. Third out of the
Well,
inning.
it was 3, okay. And so what's your question there, Luke?
We had best baseball uniform.
Best baseball
What is your favorite baseball uniform? It could
I-
anything from youth league to Major League Baseball. Whatever you would like.
You like the Astros? Terry voted for the Astros.
I think
But he
that's my
doesn't
least
count.
favorite one.
Yeah, he doesn't count. I always like the Cincinnati Reds, especially when they cut off sleeves.
Okay.
They have Beta Pinson and Rocky Colavito.
Uh-huh.
They look like ball players.
Okay.
So I would say for me, Cincinnati Reds.
Now, is that pre-Big Red Machine years of the 70s, or did they wear? I know
That was
Johnny
pre.
Bench. Johnny Bench wore those,
Yeah,
but
that was
he
pre,
was there
but
sooner, though. Okay.
I would
Okay.
say that would be my
So
number
Cincinnati
one.
Reds.
I gotta admit, I kind of like the Boston Red Sox. They look,
Just
if
the
you look at
traditional
it,
white
It looks like a
home?
black and white TV.
Okay.
Take care, Mike.
Well, we had 2 votes for the Astros. So Ryan Anderson, if you're listening, we had your Houston Astro uniforms, 34 on the back for Ryan.
Okay, what's yours, Luke?
I liked. There's a couple. Actually, the ones that the Lakers are wearing today remind me of some of the Atlanta Braves used to wear with the blue tops and the white pants with the feather on the arm. And then any of the baby blues I kind of like too, with the Braves baby blue, the Twins, the Royals, the Blue Jays. A lot of teams have worn those baby blues. So I like the Brewers, their baby blue uniforms. So I like those baby blues.
All right, there you have it, folks. Keeping track. If you got one of those answers, you get more points. We'll be working our way
There's a
towards
guy in
that
our
big
neighborhood
grand
that's
prize.
got a bad
So the
ankle.
question, this
The
is the
doctor
tough
says
one.
you got to keep walking.
This one, they're gonna have to cheat to find the answer. But this is a quote. Who is this quote attributed to? To hell with Babe Ruth. To hell to Babe Ruth.
I got a guess, but I'm not going to say it yet.
So once again, it's a quote. Who said to hell with Babe Ruth?
Oh, you do?
We'll catch you at the bottom of the,
Center fielder, Clayton
or at the middle of the 7th inning. During the stretch, we'll give you the answer. So here we go, top of the 7th. Falls is leading, Lakers are leading 12-3.
I'm going to give you my 2 favorite baseball quotes after this half inning also. One is John Kruk and one is Ricky Henderson.
How about Yogi Berra?
You're not going to give me Chucky Carr? But, okay, here we go. Who's leading off here?
Mark Hurd is lower body rhythm. I still don't know.
Top of the order for the Muskies.
Oh, Clayton Smith. Who is the center fielder? Or was the center fielder? Yeah.
I think he's still out there.
Well, okay, they had a lot of changes. I didn't get them when Woody came over. So the count's 2-0. You want to see Nick here, get it over the plate and move this game along. There it was.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa, that's-
Every time that ball goes behind us, I wait for a noise of a windshield or bleachers or something. Oh, I don't see Coach
So,
Hansen
counts
anymore. I
2-1.
think he left.
Hey, if somebody comes up with that,
2-1 to Schmidt.
Oh, right down the pike.
Oh, he was halfway to
Full
first base.
Full count. Clayton Schmidt
Full count.
says it's funny they jumped out to a 2-0 lead and scored 1 run since. While Menomonee Falls has chipped away at every inning.
Oh,
And here's ball 4. Just a bit inside. So we go with the number 2 hitter.
Next batter, pitcher Brendan Charette.
Brendan Charette, who is on the mound right now. Luke, I'm gonna have to slide down pretty soon. I'm running out of shade here.
I think we're close enough. Don't get any ideas.
Well, the bad thing would be closer to Terry.
you announce him? We did. You did? Thank you. Good job, Mark. Thanks for stepping in. Where's Janet when you need her?
She's waiting. Waiting in the wings.
Oh, there we go. 0-1, way to start out.
I think the rest of the week should cool off a little bit. We get the hot day out here.
Yeah, it's been pretty much like this all summer. I go out in the mornings, it's like, man. Just a little bit.
I don't know if the
1-1.
who's more upset with that umpire, the hitters or the pitchers, but
Nobody out? Yeah, I think he's been pretty consistent all day.
That's the correct call.
Now, it's not the pitchers or the catchers, it's the dugout. It's now.
Good breaking ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Every
was.
time he calls a strike, I'm a happy guy.
so 1 and 2.
That's been on.
What?
I'll let him talk you out of it,
So
Blue.
it's 2-2.
It's a better pitch than the last one.
2-2. Runner in first. Nobody out. And there we go. First
Looked
out
like
of
a
the inning.
strike there.
Yeah. Still not happy with the umpire.
So here we go back to the old
Third
man on the
baseman,
team.
Tom
I
Zimmerman.
was going to say the most experienced. It's Tom Zimmerman. Started out a catcher, is now playing third base.
We had a group out to watch the Falls Angels yesterday in Thiensville.
Oh, yeah. How did that go?
Good. The U16 Angels went 4-0. They won the tournament championship. So congratulations to our U16 Angels. 5 Falls varsity kids on that team. So
That's wonderful.
congratulations to them. I also want to point out Chad Stigler is the manager of that team, the head coach of that team, and he's wrapping up his 11th season as an Angels coach. This is going to be his last year. So congratulations to Chad on a great run. Won a national championship down in Ohio one year, and going to line up, I think, just short of 300 wins.
Wow. We had Chad in over at the Optimist meeting the year they won that championship. And what a heck of a guy. I've worked with him in the run down here on Trinary, looking at Riverside. His energy and enthusiasm and attention to all the kids. You know, you can have your favorites, you can do this, but every kid, it was just a pleasure to watch. He's moved on to another district. That was a big loss for us, but he's still here in town, still involved in the Angels,
Yep.
and I'm sure he will join the Optimist Club as soon as they call him.
Yep.
So as soon as he retires.
Coach got to coach both of his kids at Angels, Cammie, the shortstop and pitcher, and Katie, his current shortstop. So
that's a strikeout. 3 pitches. Nick Erdes, I'm starting to love him more and more.
First baseman, Nick Paget.
Okay, we got Nick Paget, I believe.
Yep, cleanup hitter Nick Paget. And one last thing on Chad, as part of the softball coaching staff, we always liked when our kids played for Chad because he worked on the fundamentals so often, and those kids came to us ready to play softball.
He's, I think, one of these guys. What a good coach is, firm but fair. You know, you coach them. You gotta correct things, and sometimes if you're not listening, it can be a little firmer. But he's definitely fair, and that brings kids back.
Got quite the assistant coach with him too, the better looking of the
Lisa?
Stigler combo. So
Yeah.
Lisa, thank you
Lisa.
for your time too with our Angels.
Yeah, she
you
runs
guys do a
that
great
whole
job.
program, that whole select program. She runs that Youth Baseball Association, I believe is the name. Oh, come on, let's catch this.
Alex
got
has
it.
it.
And that's it. We're 7.5. We're in the book. 6.5. We're in the book. And the score remains 12-3. All right, my question. This is a tough one. You out there that get it, you ought to get extra credit for this. But the quote was, who said, "To hell with Babe Ruth"? Luke, you got that?
Yes, I got to guess. I know that when Ruth started hitting the home runs, there was someone that was not a fan of that because he didn't think that was how baseball should be played, and that was Ty Cobb. So that's my guess.
That
for
is
this
a good
one.
guess, but it's not the right guess.
Okay.
But this is an interesting answer. Listen to this, folks. The name Babe Ruth was so synonymous with America that during World War II, which began
happening,
in
Mark?
1941, 6 years after he passed, Japanese troops goaded American GIs with this refrain: "To hell with Babe Ruth." That's what the Japanese would goad America. Now you can laugh. This is war.
Yeah.
People are living and dying.
Right.
And they're to get the Americans after it, they would
Oh
yell,
my gosh.
"To hell with Babe Ruth." I thought
pitching.
this quote may have been on the magazine. The quote may have been the magazine and Hollywood film version, which was much cruder goes, but this was the one where his name was used. So to hell with Babe Ruth.
Well,
Japanese during World War II.
such a larger than life character, Ruth. You know.
So Luke, what do you got for us?
What did we? We did uniforms. We did nicknames. Let's move on to.
Who's playing shortstop?
How about your favorite Falls baseball memory? You got a memory of either here at Trinary or somewhere else that
Yeah,
sticks out in your mind?
yeah.
I know it's easy to say the 2 state titles, but Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Well, I will when the time comes.
The left fielder
But
is
I've got
back
one.
in 12.
It's going to be back in the day. Back in the day.
Okay.
In fact, you might not have been born yet. I'm not sure.
Well, I'll say one of mine will be a state title, but there's a few others I have too.
So, I believe this is my call, right? Yep. No, is it your call or my call?
This is still you. This is the Lakers'
All right,
seventh.
Easily confused here.
Aaron Simmons.
We are in the bottom of the seventh. Lakers are up 12-3. You're just tuning in. This is Aaron Simmons, who's batting second in the Falls lineup. If you're just tuning in, Falls has scored every inning except for the first. Just been chipping away and chipping away. And Aaron Simmons,
through there, get
first
through
pitch he sees, pulls it to the first baseman, and nobody covers.
And Borgard is the new pitcher for Pewaukee,
Okay, Borgard. Okay,
number 22,
22.
which means we probably have a new shortstop as well.
Pitch hitting number 22, Danny Kane.
Starting pitcher.
So 4 is Renz.
So Menomonee Falls' first time batting today is number 22, Danny Kane. Terry, can you give us a little history on Danny Kane?
He's our catcher.
He's a
Good little catcher.
catcher, okay.
Young legs catcher.
Young. Where did he go to high school? Does he have a college
I'm
history?
gonna say Franklin, maybe. I don't know enough about him.
Franklin? Okay. What do you think? He's a Franklin Sabre.
What a program there
Yep.
over the years. Another
Do
greater.
you have that long-time great coach down there? Or was that Oak Creek? One of them.
I think it's
Both of them.
Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin.
Both.
Well, Oak Creek for sure. Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer, he's just retired.
I think he coached for like 100 years.
Yeah.
At least 100.
That's a good take.
So we got 2-1, nobody out. We got
We must have a new
Simmons
left
on
fielder.
first base.
Because
The pitcher with the left field.
Oh, okay. So all three of them kind of rotated there.
And shortstop
3-1.
is the original pitcher.
Okay. So Charette in left.
3-1, nobody out. Runner on first. Falls up 12-3, bottom of 7. And there's a ball hit deep.
Dead center field.
Well, that's brought down. That'll be 1 out in the inning.
Third baseman, Henry Hansen.
And our cleanup hitter, Henry Hansen, step into the plate. Henry's had a good day.
2 for 3 with a walk.
2 for 3 with the wall.
So on base 3 times.
All right. Henry, once again, in case you're just tuning in, played for the Falls. Up until last season, 2019, I should say.
Wisconsin Lutheran. Danny King. I remember.
Danny Kane was Wisconsin Lutheran. So we just had our statistician check on that. Our highly overpaid statistician.
And Hanson's sister, again a member of the varsity softball team, Emily.
Oh, okay, yep. So we got 2-0, 1 out. Ball's trying to add to their 12-3 lead. In fact, if they do add to it, the game's over, I believe, right, Terry?
If they do.
So if that guy scores some first, I'll be just in time for take my wife shopping. Or a nap. You can bet on that one. Henry popped it up. First baseman, infield fly, I would think, right? I didn't see a signal though. So we got
Center fielder, Joel Zachowski.
Joel Zachowski. Joel's batting number 5 in the lineup. Two outs. Bottom of 7. 12-2 Lakers. What a beautiful day down
I'm
here.
getting windier here. Let's hope our tarp stays up.
Does anybody know which way the wind is blowing? We don't have our flagpole working out here.
Trying to look at the trees, but it's hard to.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Front down here we can't.
Yeah.
I gotta believe it's behind us.
It's going off to right.
Okay, meteorologist Albert the Alley Cat said it's blowing out to right. So let's see Joel hit one out there. Oh, he's gonna hit one.
Hit it back.
Let's listen.
Oh. just a groan from the crowd. So
You know,
no
several-
windshield that time.
Were you with me when my windshield got busted?
Yes, I was here with you when your windshield got busted. I laughed if I remember correctly.
I think you did. Yeah.
I parked far away down the road.
Well, I didn't park. Kathy dropped me off.
Oh,
and I
so you learned your
looked up here
lesson.
at the ad umbrellas. When I went back, I couldn't see her in the car. It was like literally 30 seconds.
Boy, another wild pitch.
Now we got
That's got to be
scoring position.
5 or 6 of those today.
Now this gets interesting. This gets interesting now. This is good baseball here, folks. You get a chance. Obviously, you'd probably go to a home game before an away game. But they're down here almost every weekend, run by the Menomonee Falls Baseball Club, who is actually going to have a Legion team of high school players next year. They're going to be supporting that. But this is good baseball.
Oh,
Oh, he got it. Look what I found.
hot shot to the shortstop.
And scooped out of the dirt. Nice play by the first baseman. So 7 innings are in the books. Score remains Lakers 12, Muskies 3.
So we're going to have an 8th inning.
That's right.
All right.
So you had a question, and I have an answer.
What was my question? I forgot already.
The question was favorite high school memory.
Oh,
High
yes.
school team.
Yes. Favorite team or memory from the high school here in town?
And I'll go back to 1968. The year I graduated.
Falls Lakers.
Our team went all the way to state and lost in the finals. They played up at West Bend. That's where they had the state tournament. We had some good players in my class, a very good class of 69.
Some of the greats.
Yeah, but, no, not that yet. Not there yet. Don't bait me on that. But we had a great pitcher-catcher combination. John Jatner and Jay McDowell were both sophomores. So we got my guys, my class of seniors, 69, they got good players, but those two were the stars of that team. John Jatner, who was unflappable and just long and lanky, and Jay McDowell wasn't built like a sophomore. He built like just a big catcher, and that was my favorite memory. Taking second in state,
Okay.
1968.
Okay.
Jagner is a Hall of Famer for the Land Lakes.
Oh, Terry, just Land O'Lakes. Is it John Jatner? Yeah. Okay, Hall of Famer, Land O'Lakes. Go ahead. What's yours?
Well, I'll start with the 2015 team, our first state championship team. So, just being able to watch them all season and follow those kids and be with them in school each day, get to be close with that team. So, for them to be the first title winners for Coach Hansen was special. Being at Capco Park that day when we took that big lead right away over Franklin, and kind of looking around at everybody like, is it really going to happen this easily? So. Fun memories with all the parents and families there. And then I do remember, you have to play, you got to win 2 games in a day there.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
I remember Franklin, after their game, they went and got greasy burgers and french fries and everything. And here's our kids are eating fruit and granola bars and stuff. And I just kind of thought, boy, it's a hot day and that might not bode well for them. And sure enough, they came out flat.
Luke, before I turn this over to
Yep,
you,
yep.
this is an election year, which is a
It
popular
is?
day in Japan. It's a popular voting day in Japan. But in election year, this is Oval Office politics. Baseball is a presidential talking point. These are all quotes by presidents from the 1940s on. I got a bunch of them here, but I'm just going to take 5 of them. So I'll give you those quotes. What 5 presidents are we going to quote when we come back after this inning? After this half?
Interesting.
It's yours, right?
So Borgart led off the inning where they hit, so he's on first base.
I didn't see that last week, but I
Messino up now with a count of 1 ball. Now 2 balls. So 2-0. Erd's still out there working. Let's see if we can shut him down and try to get our 1 run. The 2-0. Upstairs 3-0.
They're playing a pretty much stayed away. They're not guarding the lines.
So Nick wants a new ball from the umpire. 3-0.
Nick's done a nice job since he came out. In spite of bad parenting.
Talk about his mom now.
No,
Oh.
his dad says don't talk about his mom that way.
Well, he's been in some trouble here and there, but he's been able to work out of it for the most part.
3-1. Let's get another one in here.
Well, hardly any lead over there at first base for Borgart. Here's one skied to center, and that is back at the track, and I believe off the wall. So Borgart's going to cruise into third base, and into second with a double is Mitch Messino.
You got a hold of that one. That's a little more proof that the wind is blowing out.
DH Mike Roofer.
Because if Joel Zachowski can't get to it, it's got to be a little ways.
So second and third now. Here comes Roofer, the DH.
It's time.
Pull your neck here, kid, right now.
So once again, we hope he can start out with a strike. Seems more in control that way.
Nobody's stirring in the dugout for Menomonee Falls.
Have the pine tree.
I think this is Erd's inning to pitch. Here's one fouled straight back at us. 0-1. Mike Roofer, designated hitter. Well, that looks like, oh, Beauchamp at second base. He's got that hiding hair at second. I thought maybe that was Nick back
Right.
out there, but
Little discussion here about the ball being scuffed.
Come on, Trent.
I think when it's 12-3, there's
That's a nail file in his back pocket.
one team's not as happy as the
He just
other.
said check the back
Yeah.
of his glove. That's what I heard him say.
Nick's still got a smile on his face, about to throw the ball. Here's one to right center field. The 0-1's driven to the gap, and this is going to be over Sutherland's head. Another one to the wall. So 2 runs will score.
5-2, yeah.
Roofer goes into second base with a stand-up double. So 12-5, I believe, now the score.
Longest balls we've seen hit today, back-to-back batters.
A little discussion between Erd and Biggis. I think they were mixed up on their signals.
So that makes it, what, 12-5, I believe.
Here's the third baseman, Trevor Beans, the next batter, with a runner in scoring position again.
We're getting near the bottom of the order, although I can't say that there was a number 7 hitter that drove it out to the warning track. Well, the good news is you folks get to listen to us a little bit longer. Right down the pike.
Good pitch from Erd. 0-2 the count.
He's not fooling around.
Oh, 0-1 the count. That's okay. Next pitch is a big bender. Just missed the inside part, so 1-1.
That was close.
That was a good pitch. Big curveball.
You get those calls, it seems like on the outside, not so much on the inside. So it's been consistent all day.
Another curveball. This one bounced to short. Simmons up with it. He's going to throw to first for the out. Nice play. And the runner has to stay at second
Nice
base.
play.
So another great play by Aaron Simmons. He's
That was
been
a Miller Park play.
impressive over there today at shortstop.
Miller Park play, not a Wrigley Field play. Had a little trouble yesterday.
We're
in
not.
midfield, didn't
We're not
they?
gonna.
I won't go there. I'll stop right now.
I won't tell you what the score is today.
What, Cubs are hammering them?
Cubs are up 5-1.
Oh. Well, you know, you normally
Oh, here's a bunt to the Erd's right. He
Barehand-
bounces off the mound and he gets the out
Yeah,
at first.
nice play.
Great play.
There's another
Two,
case there by barehanding the ball.
Yes, 2 web gems in a row. Simmons and Erd.
To save the transfer time. You know, talking about, you said the score. You like say, well, it's a long way to go. No, it's only 15, it's only 15
Yeah.
games to go.
Yeah, we're in the sprint right now. Yeah. A different season for sure, right?
You know, say the season really started in August. and
Yeah.
Here we are, a week away.
So back to the top now for Clayton Schmidt, the center fielder. He was one that was not too happy with the umpire last time he was up.
Let's see if,
Erd ready the pitch. Sorry, Jerry.
let's see if he works some low.
So Erd ahead now, 1 strike. Trying to get out of here without letting that runner at third score, 2 outs. Here's a chopper to third. Hansen is there. He's got time and fires.
Got it. Good.
And that's the inning.
Boy, that was good infield play. Except for them long balls, great infield play.
Thought Hansen could have charged that one a little more. It was slowly hit, but he knew he had time.
All right, I got my office politics. These are presidents in office and made baseball references. There's 5 of them. So think of the 5 presidents, and I'll read you the quote. I wonder if it should be easy right off the bat. Guess what the president's name.
Is the older George Bush one because he's
They're both
owner
Bushes,
of
but
the.
the younger one has a better.
Oh yeah, both Bushes were
This is-
Ranger owners, right?
Here's what George Bush says, the younger one. That was W, right? Yeah, JW.
Yeah.
One of the great things about living here in the White House is that you don't have to sign up for a baseball fantasy camp to meet your heroes. It turns out they come here. Ronald Reagan said, our national pastime, that is if you don't discount political campaigning. But the last 3 are my favorites.
Okay.
Gerald Ford, whenever I can, I always watch the Detroit Tigers on the radio.
That sounds like a Dan Quayle.
Richard Nixon.
Quote.
Richard Nixon. I don't know a lot about politics, but I do know a lot about baseball. And that is never more true. He didn't know a lot about politics. Well, my last one is the country boy, Harry Truman. Harry Truman said, I couldn't see well enough to play when I was a boy, so they gave me a special job. They made me an umpire.
All right, we got time for two major leaguer quotes. I got John Kruk and Ricky Henderson. So
John,
John,
you got a question for me? That's a question.
oh yeah,
You want to do the best quotes?
I'm gonna get my quotes in.
Okay.
We can do we can still have time to do the question maybe. So John Kruk was eating dinner at a restaurant, and he's got a big old steak in front of him, and you know a big beer and a lot of unhealthy stuff. And a woman walked up to him and said, "Mr. Kruk, how can you be eating and drinking like this? You're a professional athlete." And Kruk looked at the woman and said, "Lady, I'm no athlete. I'm a ball player." And then my other one is Ricky Henderson playing for the Oakland A's. He was on a plane one time, and they said he didn't like flying, so he wanted to be in the front of the plane. And they said, "Well, Mr. Henderson, it's the veterans of the team are going to be in the back." So they said, if you have 10 years, you're going to be in the back of the plane. He said, 10 year? I got 20 year.
Anyway, what's our
Moving
question?
on.
What's the question for the next inning?
All right, let's think of one here.
I'll just take over here real quick.
Go for it.
Larisky is leading off the bottom of the seventh.
over here.
Or is it my mini?
You know what? It's your inning. It's the.
Oh, it is.
You can have it. It's the 8th inning.
The eighth is not mine. Because I had one.
Well, it is now.
I get the.
Go
I get
for
the
it.
odd numbers. Okay. Larisky is botting. See how things go to heck all of a sudden. They just go right down.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Well, Larisky's had a big day.
So what is your question?
We're gonna go with favorite place to watch a baseball game.
Oh.
What's your favorite place to watch? It could be the Little League complex here in the Falls. It could be Miller Park. It could be another stadium far away. Where do you like to sit and watch baseball? Or softball? We can say that
Jerry's
too.
kids' living room.
Well, don't bite. I'm going to give you a hint right away. It's wherever I get a free ticket. But okay, I got a couple for that. So.
I got a few.
So the count is 3-1. Once again, we're in the bottom of the 8th. I lost an inning somewhere. I'm going to blame it
Boy,
on the heat.
there's a lot of leadoff walks. Larisky on base again. I believe that's the 4th time today.
Outfielder Kyle
Yeah.
Zimmerman.
So Kyle Zimmerman, who's patrolling left field, who's stepping to the plate. Could somebody refresh me on the score?
It is 12-5.
12-5. I knew we had 12. I didn't know what they had. So here we go, Kyle Zimmerman. And there's a well hit ball.
Wow. How'd that hold up like that?
Oh,
Wow, out to the warning track.
the sound of that was, I thought it was out of here.
You know, you bring up the
Shortstop,
sound,
Aaron.
but we don't have the sound of the aluminum. What a difference, right? When
Yep.
Alex
Yep.
you that wood.
Right field.
Something about the crack of a bat when it's a wooden bat. It's
Yeah,
special, right?
It is special.
Yeah. Well, here's Sutherland. He's 2 for 2.
I'll take a guess. Gets one down right field.
Let's see if they hit that line again, right? Yeah.
Well, that right fielder moved way over. Yeah, they're shifted around.
Well, the first baseman's holding on, Larisky, so he shouldn't be too far away from the line this time.
That Kent's running the concession stand. Is that going to drop?
Nope, second baseman.
That's a quick 2 down after getting runner on base.
Yep.
Shortstop.
And we got
Eric Bookend.
Eric Beaucamp is coming in. Stepping to the plate.
I think Beauchamp and Hiding would make a good tag team wrestling team with that hair. We'll have to work on that.
Another Parker.
Ooh, close inside.
Well, 2.5 hour mark for the bottom of the 8th inning. That's
not bad.
pretty good.
That's not bad. Yep, we're moving along. 2-0, 2 outs. Runner on first. 12-5 Lakers.
We're finally getting the shade over here on this side. Jerry, you'll be in the sun pretty soon.
Yeah, I got my left arm in the sun here, so. Ooh, that went way on.
Another walk. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Terry, are the Bryant and Stratton, are they still, they're playing here still? So this is their home
Probably
home
are.
park. They helped us with the dugouts, I believe. So
Yeah.
the Bobcats, Bryant and Stratton Bobcats.
Didn't play this year.
So we're back to the top of the order. We got Nick Erd, currently playing left field, I believe. Oh, he's pitching, that's right. Started in right field.
I'm not sure they're going to even have a fall season.
Oh, geez.
Well, as far as this COVID business, it changes every day. There is nothing firm.
Inside again.
Tomorrow isn't for sure until it becomes today. And whatever somebody tells you today, it can change by tomorrow. So take it a day at a time. Do what you're supposed to do. Stay healthy, stay smart. And stay away from those that aren't. Oh, that kind of rhymes. I got to put that on a shirt. Boy, he seems like he's
Has he
tossing
just walked the
ball.
bases full, hasn't he? Wow.
Oh, no, he had a
Do we have a hit?
I think he did it.
3 walks?
Okay, here we go.
Shortstop, Aaron Simmons.
Here's Simmons. He's shined with the glove at shortstop. 2 great plays out there.
hit.
Started in right field.
Got his pants dirty. That's always a good sign.
Oh, and boy, he is he's wild both ways, in and out. And behind again, 1-0.
I'm wondering if he's got trouble with his arm. Because he's kind of like tossing him up there.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried to put a little juice on that one, and it was wild. I went
Got
down.
the fan club here.
I went down and see a couple slow pitches there. If he can clear the bases, this game's over.
Yep. And that's driven deep to right. Back on it and back, and that ball is gone. It is a grand
Was that
slam.
a call by me or what? Was that a call?
So Aaron Simmons, the hero
And
today.
this game is history.
Yes, it is.
Whoa, grand
A
slam.
walk-off grand
Walk-off.
slam. Does this happen every game, Terry?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
this
come
is
to more
exciting.
games.
You know, the
Walk-off
hundreds and
grand
hundreds
slam.
of fans. And these aren't cutouts. These are real people. But a great game today. Great game.
So the Lakers take a 2-game lead in the standings over Pewaukee and pick up a half game on Brookfield and Sussex, the leaders.
Yeah, he launched that one.
Some music.
Aaron, nice job.
I do have to ask my one more question. I have a final question. That multi-sport athletes, guys that play baseball and another sport, and I've got tons of them on my list. But we're only going to focus on 2.
I bet I know the 2.
One was a baseball player. One was a football player, or a Wisconsin team.
Oh, Wisconsin teams.
Wisconsin team.
Oh,
So,
well now you're
Who do you
changing
think
the
they
game.
would be? One played for the Milwaukee Braves and the Boston Celtics. His name was Gene Conley.
Okay, that's before
And the
my
other
time,
one-
so I don't
the
know
other
that
one is
one.
Tom Brown, played for the Packers from 68 to 69, and for the Washington Senators for 1 year.
Oh.
Tom Brown.
Okay.
So that's the last question. We didn't get to it, but let's talk about today's game.
Sure.
Lakers organization is really put together. They run a nice program down here. You get a chance to come down to Trinity Field and check them out. They got concession stand, lots of good seats, and today's game was just a classic example of that. Came out and got behind and scored basically every inning after that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think, Jerry. You know, they got behind 2-0. Hadn't been scoring a lot of runs up until yesterday, but kept the bats going hot from yesterday. So able to tie it up, take the lead right away, and never look back.
And at 16-5, I guess we had, I would say, 3 players of the game. One had them biggest from behind the plate.
Yeah.
Defensively, in there, hung in there the whole game. Other team switched catchers. Chris Larisky was hot with the bat. And who hit the walk-off? Aaron Simmons.
And the
You
2
gotta
plays at
give him-
shortstop with Aaron,
yeah,
too.
2
Yeah.
plays at shortstop. So those 3, but they did a terrific job.
Well, and how about a shout out to Nick Erd, who came in after we gave up the 2 runs and basically only gave up 3 runs the rest of the day, and he pitched out the rest of the game. So big pickup from Erd as well.
And here's the real reason everybody tunes in. You got these 2 good-looking guys, Jerry Misling, the voice of the Indians, and Luke Langer. the voice of the Indians.
Yeah, both able to
Chris,
do.
asked us to do this. We stepped right in. Good game, Luke. Any final words here? You want to wrap this up?
No, just a beautiful day for baseball. If you like the hot weather and the sunshine, it was a great day to be out. So come on back. Check that Lakers schedule. LandO'LakesBaseball.com is where you can find all the information for the Menomonee Falls Lakers and all the other teams in the league.
Like I said, it is a different world we live in. Everything changes. Do something different. Come out to a Lakers game. Go to a high school event when it kicks off. Go watch an Angels game, whatever.
Yeah.
Do something different.
Yeah.
But like I said before, stay healthy, stay smart, and stay away from those who aren't. So, Chris, thanks again for having us.
Thank you, Chris.
Folks, call Chris, tell him what a great job we did. Maybe I'll get invited back. So, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Have a great rest of the summer, everyone.
So long, everybody.